fully black. She is a drow
I
side.
thought he married a human.
No.
No, he did.
I thought he married a human.
That's not how half drow works.
That's not how half drow works.
No,
they're still the same color as a drow.
I thought drow were purple-ish.
Yeah.
Purple,
black, dark.
It's kind of
really
changed from
depends
edition.
on depiction, yeah.
And let me be clear, when I say black, I mean it's like coal black.
You mean
like,
midnight black, not black.
Not what
black.
you think of. It's like, oh, if I'm in a dark room and their eyes are closed, I'm not going to see them.
Like ink black, yes. I'm aware what typical drow look like, yes.
Yeah.
I have seen them.
Have you? Have you seen drow?
Yes. Well, it was very hard to make out because it was dark.
Fair, true.
But
anyway, so I got a story for you guys. I got a fun little story for you guys. It's gonna be a really fun story of fun. So it was a 15-minute fucking call. So basically, Company A decided that their users are stupid, and they're right. But Company A has decided that their users are stupid, and they need to force the security measures of 2FA on all of their users.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
Yep. And so 2FA gets forced through, but this is Google, and Google is retarded. So 2FA gets forced through without 2FA being applied to anyone's account, which means that when they try to log in to apply 2FA to their account, they can't because they don't have 2FA.
Of course.
But don't worry, Google is ready for just such a scenario. Google has a little thing called login challenges on the admin panel in where they can bypass 2FA. Sort of. I say sort of because it doesn't actually bypass 2FA. It bypasses everything but 2FA. Now you might be saying, Sneaky, what the fuck do you mean by that? Well, I mean your location it bypasses. It bypasses location differences. It bypasses you not having 2FA. So here's the thing, right? So if you are part of a... Yes, so if you're part of a company and your company uses Google Suite for their email, and the company implements 2FA and you don't have any 2FA on your account, wrong. You do. You have one-time passcodes. And in a normal scenario, you could just input one of your one-time passcodes, bypass the 2FA restrictions, get into your account, add in your phone number, do all that jazz, right? Yeah. Not on a company account. On a company Google Suite account, if 2FA is applied, you can't use your Google passcode. You can't use your one-time passcodes because you can't get past the company. So this is how it's applied, right? So the company restriction mandate of needing 2FA is applied before you can reach the point of your login and where you can say you don't have 2FA and need to use a one-time passcode.
Oh my god.
So the admin has to go in and bypass the login challenge for you so you can put in your one-time passcode so you can log in, turn 2FA on, which, by the way, it's turned on. So here's the other fun little bit about Google and why you shouldn't use it. It's turned on company-wide, but if you personally don't have 2FA turned on, but you already have your phone in, it still won't let you in because you don't have 2FA turned on, so it won't challenge your phone to let you in.
What?
Yep.
Oh, I hate it.
It is the dumbest shit I had to fucking deal with.
I need to raise a similar complaint about Microsoft. Yes, a simmering complaint even that has been boiling for days. So they implemented two-factor authentication with Microsoft. Okay,
yep,
sure.
They've been
fine,
rolling that out
whatever.
over the past 2 years, yeah.
Whatever. Now, it repeatedly tells me that I can use Outlook to verify two-factor authentication stuff, which, first of all, that gets really funny when I have to sign into Outlook on my phone.
Yeah.
And it, like, has a mini heart attack as it then brings up an overlay.
Tries to verify against Outlook to sign into Outlook. Yeah, that's a major failing of Microsoft. You can actually bypass that super easy by using the plus symbol and then using a QR code instead of trying to sign in, using the authenticator. Yeah, only with the authenticator. You have to use the authenticator or be already signed into Outlook on your phone.
I see. But see, this is the part that's infuriating to me.
Yeah.
There will be times when I do it and it works just right away, just off the bat. And then other times it will go through the sign-in process and then jump me back out, have me re-input my password, go through the whole rigmarole again, and then it works. It's like, what?
So I can actually also explain that one. So it's a very frustrating thing I have to deal with nearly every single day with Microsoft because of the security features built into the multiple service portal.
We hate Microsoft here.
They implement security in the dumbest fucking manner possible. So the problem is that when your credentials cache expires when it comes to Microsoft, it doesn't send the notification to Microsoft that the credentials have expired.
Ooh.
What happens is, so here's it. What happens is the next time you go to use the service, it then sends the credential expire to Microsoft, which then Microsoft sends back, you have to log in again. But you also have an independent client-side login that's supposed to tell the server these credentials. So what you're doing is your client side is detecting that you've been not logged in long enough, or it's been a significant enough time between logins that you have to log in again. So it's logging in. But then the client side sends to the server side, hey, I'm logging in, and the server looks at its certificate list and goes, no, you've expired. You need to log in again.
But I'm logging in now.
But you've expired. You need to log in again.
I hate you.
I just did.
So how you get around that is you hit refresh if you can. If you're on a phone, you're shit out of luck. But if you're on a computer and this happens to you, after you've logged in the first time, just hit refresh and it'll log you in. You don't have to go through the login a second time unless you're on a phone.
Dumb.
If you're on a phone, get fucked, basically.
Fucking Microsoft.
I see.
Yeah. So related to that, so here we are. I'm getting this guy logged in. So we get into his account, and I try to guide him on how to use Google Authenticator. And this was a 15-minute affair of, I'm going to summarize. I'm going to condense it down to you. So just imagine this conversation is taking about 3 times longer. Okay, so we're going to add Google Authenticator. Okay, so you need to download Google Authenticator. All right. Okay, so once you've downloaded Google Authenticator, you have to hit Next, and then you can hit the plus symbol on your phone, and then you'll be able to scan the QR code. So they hit Next, and then they don't do anything. I'm like, you good? And they're like, well, what do I have to do now? Scan the QR code with your phone. My phone doesn't have a QR scanner. Yes, you do. Just point your camera at the QR code. Okay. It didn't do anything.
Did you have the camera app open?
No. All right. Well, are you adding an account on Google Authenticator? No, I opened my camera app. Okay, no, you have to do it in Google Authenticator.
Oh.
Okay. What's Google Authenticator?
Oh, no. No.
The app I told you to download. I didn't download an app. You need to download the app. What app? Google Authenticator. Where is that? Oh my god. I'm just sitting here, I'm like, fucking shoot me. So finally they download it. And I'm finally starting to guide in how to scan the QR code and add in the account. And then their manager comes over. He doesn't need a QR code. He doesn't need Authenticator. The phone number's fine. And so the guy's like, oh, I guess I'm good.
Shut
and
the
then
fuck
hangs
up.
up.
Kill the line manager. No!
And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me?
No, that's the case. If manager, I need you to go sit down. I'm handling this.
Manager, here's the gun.
No,
fucking
sit
shoot
down.
yourself with it.
Yes. You.
No.
How much time did he ruin?
Oh, it was a good 30-minute call.
So the manager wasted 30 minutes of your time by coming over and countermanding everything you had just done.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd kill him.
As is well documented that they
The
did.
average manager moment.
No
we
shit.
do in fact hate managers here.
So then we had another moment. We had another moment today where I get asked by a primary about these files I brought up to him previously. So while I was working on this network storage device of theirs, I had noticed that on their backup device, there was this weird folder called Billy's folder.
Oh no.
And I'm like, what's up with that?
What the fuck is this?
Why is there's this Billy's folder on the backup drive? And so I bring this up to the manager. I'm like, hey, manager, I was working on your backup drive, and I found this folder called Billy's folder. And they're like, Billy? We don't have a Billy employed here. Wait. Billy? Like, Billy as in our previous IT guy? And I was like, I don't know, maybe. And they're like, how old's the folder? I'm like, oh, it was from 2013. They're like, oh yeah, that was Billy, our previous IT guy. I'm like, oh, well, do you want me to move all the files off of the backup drive so you can look through them and delete them? And they're like, yeah, probably should. And so I'm moving the files off of the backup drive to an external that they have plugged in. And as we're getting these files moved, they're like, yeah, there's a reason why we work with you guys now. It's because Billy got fired. And when I say fired, I mean the police showed up one day and arrested him.
Oh.
And I was like,
no.
Oh. And they're like, yeah, Billy was terrible. He was the worst IT guy ever. He didn't know how to do his job. He ruined his own company that he got from his dad because he spent it all on hookers and cocaine. And, he got given the job as a favor because management didn't think IT was important, so they just gave him the job as a family favor. And, yeah, it was a whole thing.
No.
I was like, oh, damn, that's crazy. He's
That
like, yeah,
sounds
the police
like a
arrested
family
him for child porn.
Oh,
There it is. That's what
I
I
was
was
like,
expecting.
what?
oh,
Excuse
okay.
me?
So hey, now you have that folder on that computer.
Yeah,
What do you think about that?
Yeah, that may be some evidence that needs to be reported now.
Yeah, you might better check that folder. Or
I'm not fucking checking that folder.
don't check it.
Yeah. I mean, I did end up having. So I did have to go into the folder to move it. And on first glance, it was just a bunch of old PDFs labeled Comcast contract and stuff like that. So I mean, I didn't open anything, but it was just a bunch of software, DLL, EXEs, scripts. because again, he was the previous IT guy, so I guess he just stored everything in there or something. I don't fucking know. But I mean, it ended up being like a terabyte or two of space, and I was like, jeez, I don't know what the fuck's going on in there. But anyway, not my job, not my problem.
Honestly, you think an IT guy would have been capable of framing somebody he didn't like for the CP?
Yeah, but this guy was really incapable. He was like really incapable of doing anything. He's like Sign, but like 500% less incapable, less capable. There we go.
Oh, no, hold on. What do you mean, like Sign?
I mean, it's pretty.
Not a Nephil, baby.
I don't know, Sign. It's pretty obvious what he means by like Sign.
So yeah. Anyway, apparently, he got caught with 120,000 images of child porn on his computer, like real images, not anime.
Yeah, I was
like
just
Sign.
about to ask if this was anime or.
No, real. I mean, this was 10 years ago. Got to keep in mind. So.
Yeah, 10 years ago is when they were doing that whole big thing of, well, it's still a child even though it's anime, so we're gonna hit you with the old CP there.
No.
Yeah, they were doing that in up north. I recall several cases about that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
anyway,
guy got arrested for bringing back manga.
Yeah, that was recent.
Do I need to turn it off?
That was also more recent, yes.
Yeah, that was like
there were several cases of that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yes, there are some dojins that should definitely put you in jail for bringing it off.
100%, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, child porn, all that fun stuff, and I'm just like, okay, well, it's not my horse, not my race, not my problem. I'm just gonna move all of these files off of your fucking backup server, which would be a horrible instance to
turns off so that it doesn't.
If they had to seize it, that would be terrible because that's their fucking backup server.
Ooh.
Yeah. So let's get all those files off there ASAP. So I don't even care what's on at this
DOD
point.
wipe that.
Yeah.
Maybe DOD wipe that.
But anyway, yeah. So that's what that happened. And I was kind of just like, wow, that's a crazy thing to just tell me out of the blue.
I mean, it is relevant information, I guess.
Not really.
No shit. No, that is need to know information.
No, it's actually better if I don't know.
The IT guy got arrested for.
No, it's actually better if I don't know because then I can't say I knew.
I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Yes, you could claim plausible deniability. On the other hand, if you know, hey, the previous IT guy was into some sketchy shit, it's okay.
Well, I didn't until that fucking moment, Sign.
Exactly. And
yes.
Now you can go, well.
So it's better if I didn't know.
Landmine.
Are you just like are you naturally stupid or are you being artificially stupid right now?
This is advanced stupidity. It is beyond regular stupidity.
Fucking Sign L indeed. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Spin the goddamn wheel.
Sign L because depending on your region,
crossover time.
They don't care if you knew or not.
It doesn't matter. Literally, they would have nothing to charge me with.
Hopefully.
Let's see here.
I lack the Sign L. But real quick, I did actually just want to sprint through the finest edge of Twilight.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm like halfway through it. So, it starts out with Breezy Doerden, which that's not actually her real name. It's like Brienne something other. Basically, they took Zach Nafane's name, made it female, and then they took Brunyor Battlehammer's name and they made that female. And they're like, well, I mean, they're important people for her parents, so sure, fine, whatever. And the first part of the book is her talking about like, I am so sick of being treated as a child by my parents. I need to get out and do stuff on my own. And then, just like Drizzt became a monk in the later part of his adventures.
Yeah.
And she's training at the same monastery because monks are bullshit, right?
Right.
Just absolute bullshit. And she's training to challenge for like the 5th or 6th level at the monastery, basically. Like, there's the Masters of Dragons, and then there's the Masters of the Winds, and then there's the Masters of the Four Seasons, and then there's the Grandmaster. So she's like, she's like 12 people away from the top, which at first sounds like nonsense. And then it's like, well, no, I mean, she's Drizzt's kid and Catti-brie's kid, and she spends all day hanging out with Jarlaxle and Brunior and all the rest of them, right? So sure, fine, she's a badass. That makes sense.
Literally trained by legends, yeah.
How old is she?
She is an adult half elf, so she's like 45 or 50.
Oh, okay, yeah, then that's enough time to have picked up some serious skills.
Yeah. I don't think they gave a specific age.
Hey,
but
look, you can pop off on Salvatore for a lot of things. You cannot pop off on him for not properly setting up why a character is so strong.
And so the whole thing happens.
Fair.
And she's going in for this monk test, and essentially she's learned about the way of the shadow instead of the way of the open palm, and she's like, this is going to be my edge, this is how I'm going to get ahead.
Sure.
And the Grandmaster, who's running the place, basically doesn't rig the fight, but just make sure that the guy she's going to go fight knows what to expect from someone who's doing Way of the Shadow. They set the arena up so like there's lots of shadows and all that crap. And once again, credit to Salvatore, because she spends the entire fight going, okay, I have to use the fact that I'm faster than him to trade at basically take favorable trades. And then when I've worn him down, I'm going to come out of a shadow and absolutely blitz him. And that's the only way I win this. I cannot let him grapple me because I lose, because he's a big, strong, buff dude.
Right.
And I definitely can't stand there and trade haymakers with him because he's a big, strong, buff dude.
Right.
But they warned him ahead of time, hey, she's going to pop out of a shadow at some point and beat your ass.
Right, but at the same time, though, it's like she probably knows exactly what his fighting style is, so it's not...
Yes.
It's not unbalanced for him to be told hers.
If she's studying at his... He's a monk of this monastery, right?
They're all monks. That particular monastery does the Way of the Open Fist. While off doing adventures, because to be clear, unlike most of the other monastery residents, she doesn't live there full time. She spends a ton of time, and this is important, she spends a ton of time going around with all of her super crazy famous family members doing stuff.
Oh, okay. And she hadn't used this before...
Correct.
Him.
Correct.
In a way that she would have seen.
She was literally going to use it as the way to get a leg up.
Yeah.
That seems kind of shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that all goes into the halfway point of the book. She jumps into a shadow, she comes out to surprise him, and because the guy knows that she can do this, he's like, okay, well, I'm just going to throw an elbow behind me. Like, I'm going to put my entire body weight into an elbow behind me.
Obviously, as one does, yes.
Yeah.
Cracks her in the face and knocks her the hell out.
Yeah.
God damn it, Infant.
Well,
I mean he's not wrong.
Well, here's the thing, though, is right, like, even if he wasn't told, if she suddenly vanished in front of him, like, it would be an easy assumption of, okay, well, if she's not in front of me, she's behind me, throws elbow behind you.
Yeah, right.
It's the difference between sudden surprise and a momentary pause of, wait, what? Where'd she go? To, oh, I know exactly where she's
I'm aware, but
she's behind me.
But
well,
like,
and again, to be clear, they didn't explicitly tell him this is what she's going to do. They're just like, hey, this is what she can do.
Right. And it's also, it's not like, if they really wanted to genuinely have an unbalanced fight, they could have made the fight in a open field under noon sunlight with nothing in the arena.
I haven't found that, honestly.
They could have gotten rid of all of the shadows and then had them
because
fight.
That would be testing them on what they knew of that school specifically. That would 100% level the playing field, not lead her to a false assumption that she's going to get to use her new trick and then instead gets baited.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of the point of, don't be
hubris.
Yeah. And to the point of hubris. She, of course, because even though she is, like 40 or 50 years old, she is still, in terms of development, half-elf child.
She's a child.
Right, she's functionally a late teenager for a half-elf.
Yes.
And of course, she loses, and she's sad, she's angry, she's upset, she lashes out like a child would.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And she's like, because Drizzt and Catti-brie show up, and she's like, why are you guys here? Like, why are you here? Is it because I failed? Like, I'm so sorry, my amazing parents, I failed. How bad this must look for you. Which, of course, is not what her parents are doing, but, hurt child.
Hurt child. I don't want to actually
obviously.
Poor Drizzt. Always getting shit on.
But after the fight, the Grandmaster actually expels her and kicks her out of the monastery, not because she pursued a different path, but because the Grandmaster just straight up says to her face, she goes through this whole spiel with, who's the most dangerous person out of all the people you know? And her response is Jarlaxle, which, is actually pretty accurate, given what that guy does in the splats. And then she runs through this whole list of, was he a better swordsman than Drizzt? No, and my grandfather's probably better. Does he have more money than Brunyor? No. Is he a better assassin than Artemis and Terry? No. Is he a better mage than your mom? No. Is he a better monk than me? Than you? No, he's not. But who's the most dangerous? Well, he is. And it makes her go through this whole realization of jack of all trades, master of none, and specifically points out to her that I am kicking you out of the monastery because you are not going to make it to Grand Master. You might make it another few ranks up this ladder, but you are going to be killing yourself and who you are to do it. Yeah. Get out of my monastery.
Get out and go experience the world.
You're not a monk.
Travel
Stop trying
and
to force yourself to be one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, right? Because if she specifically went out of her way to go find a different path of monk because she realized that open palm wouldn't work for her. So it's like, well, why would you still stay at the open palm monastery if you aren't going to be training in the mindset of open palm?
Yes, exactly.
Perfect sense. Yeah.
Makes sense.
And it like so far, I'm like halfway through the book and I'm liking it. And one of the things that she has a realization of is that, oh, I'm the rich kid at the monastery.
Yeah.
Because she's like, it's one of those things.
She's the young mistress.
Yes.
Yes.
And she even has the moment where she realizes, oh, I've kind of been looking down on everybody else. Part of the reason I'm mad that I lost is because I shouldn't lose because I have all of these right? And it's not some privileged spiel, right? It's just her going, I mean, yeah, I have a massive leg up over literally every 99.9% of the other people in this world because of who my parents are and who they hang out with.
And this guy's the 0.01% who can lay her on her ass.
Well, no, the point is that someone who's specifically dedicated to doing something else, if she tries to fight them in their thing, she will lose every time.
Yes.
And don't do that.
No.
You're the person who's going to do everything, so go do everything. Stop trying to be a monk.
Yes, the legendary one level in every class player. Truly the most useful party member.
Oh.
They can do nothing.
Oof. Oof. Oh, that's a painful build. Even just splitting it in half and doing 5 in one and 5 in the other.
Well, 3.5. Yes, unless you're doing 3.5 in where there's plenty of prestige classes that allow you to continue class advancement while also dipping into other aspects.
But that's a prestige class. That's not the same.
I was gonna say, like, don't forget,
specific.
there's the what was that whole stupid fucking? You did like 4 levels, or you did like 5 levels in like the arcane. The guy who could cast through their sword, which wasn't the Mystic Knight, and then you did like
Spell sword.
No.
Singer.
Yeah, spell sword. Spell sword, and then you picked up like 3 levels of Mystic Knight, and then 3 levels of some other thing, and then and then you maxed out whatever the Exorcist class was, and it's like, congratulations, you have just barely, you have full BAB, and you're a 9th level caster.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no, the what I really liked about 3.5's prestige system is, unlike every other fucking system that's been created since it actually let you tell the story of your character. Oh, well, yeah, well, first they awoke as a sorcerer, and then they decided to, really invoke their blood, and they became more monstrous as their blood of their non-human parent gained more and more power in them. And then they could just transform into their parent race, once per day, and then they could do this stuff, and then they did this stuff, and they dabbled in this thing. Like, and that was the neat thing, right? Is like you could take all these different prestige classes without being fucking penalized, because all the prestige classes for like this sorcerer was like, yeah, continue down the sorcerer line, treat yourself as a X level sorcerer. Instead of needing to be like 15 levels of sorcerer.
I will say that it very much depends, and it's very easy to take prestige classes with dead levels. It's there are traps, but if you're not worried about optimization,
but that's
and here's the thing: there are some things that
I don't give a shit
really
about optimization.
There are certain things that sound really cool and end up being absolutely awful on pay. Like, listen, Arcane Archer sounds like a fantastic class. Unfortunately, because of what they did to that class mechanically, it is pants.
Yeah. It's
Sneaky. Have you played much 3.5? I don't know what editions you've played.
3.5 was pretty much all I ever played until around 5 years ago, and where I picked up 5e to play with the SDM retards.
Gotcha. No, because when I played 3.5, this was back in high school, it was very much a build a good character or you're gonna need a new sheet.
That's called the legendary bad DM.
Yes, too.
And it's also you have to clarify what you want to do. Like, don't go in. If you and the boys are queuing up to go fight the greater demon in D&D, and like that's the whole point, as you guys just want to go fight demons, don't build an RP character. But you have to clarify that with the DM. Like, if the whole point is maximum damage, fight the biggest thing, slay the Tarrasque at the end of the campaign, then yes, you can't build an RP character. But if everyone agrees, okay, we're going to be building RP characters, and it's okay that we're not doing maximum damage at all times, then it's fun as well. But the majority of the time I've heard from people having bad experiences with 3.5 was because the DM was bad or they're retarded.
Yeah, like, look, I have run 3.5. I have run Pathfinder. It is entirely
I also ran Pathfinder
possible.
1 and 2.
It is entirely possible to make encounters that are balanced around people that are not doing maximum damage. Sometimes it's as simple as bumping it down by half a CR. And you know what? If your party is a full damage combat bag of nut jobs, go ahead and bump that up by a CR.
Yeah, it's honestly, I've seen more issues just come from the fact that DMs didn't know how to handle their players doing worse or better than they expected. And a lot of DMs I've seen over the years really try and force the issue. Where they're like, no, I planned for 23 goblins and a train to hit you. If you don't survive that, then you're bad. It's like, well, maybe because they were playing as a minstrel character who is archiving the party's adventures, and they're not being, min-maxing their fucking AC and HP. Maybe consider that DM.
Well, then you did it wrong.
But again,
well,
like I said,
obviously you did it wrong.
It's a two-way communication thing. If the DM thinks that you guys are going maximum DPS all the time, you can't get mad at him for you alone playing a roleplay character. But if your entire party is like, yeah, let's all roleplay, and then your DM just like, all right, at level 1, the red dragon swoops down, roll for initiative. It's like, okay, no DM. That's not what we're doing here. That's bad DM. It's bad DM both ways. If the DM's setting up all of these skill checks and complicated puzzles and traps, and your party's maximized for DPS, also bad DM. Now, if the DM is doing this to give the players to do something different for once in their fucking lives, because the last 20 sessions have just been maximized DPS, and they were complaining, it's like, all right, fair enough, fine, you're trying. But, Faceless did this very often, where he would set up a bunch of scenarios where he thought we were going to roleplay, and then we would just kill the person doing it. And then he also set up scenarios where he thought we were going to kill the person doing it, and we roleplayed the whole thing. And he just wasn't able to comprehend what we were going to do. And he had very little ability when it came to dealing with it. Like, for example, in one campaign I was with him, I had a character who couldn't walk and had to be pushed everywhere by a animated doll. German, right? And he got sick of my character not following the party because of the area they were going in, like a dense jungle without a path. And so Garmin was like, oh, well, I'll just, chill out here and make sure our supplies by this giant wagon of supplies that we have doesn't get damaged because I can't follow you into the dense jungle in a wheelchair. And so he's like, fuck it, you have power armor now.
Makes
I'm like,
sense.
Why? And then he realized that giving me power armor was bad because my character had a bunch of points in skill checks for crafting and repairing and tinkering in general. And I was doing them, and he's like, well, fuck, I have to give him something from this now because I told him the power armor was busted up, and he's fixing the power armor. And he's passing the absurdly high DC checks I made for the power armor. And so he just constantly kept walking himself into a fucking corner because he wanted things to go a certain way, and then they didn't.
No,
why didn't he just give you the spider chair?
Because that didn't come out yet. That actually came out after our campaign was over.
Okay, have a cleric heal you properly?
The reason why I couldn't walk was quite literally, it was because my character was so old, he should have died of old age already.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Sneaky, you said you've played PF2 before?
Yes.
I'm grabbing my cantrips. Can I just get your opinion?
I can give you my opinion, but not right now, not during the podcast. But I'll take a look at them afterwards.
No worries. But no, Atin, if you want to learn about adapting to crazy decisions from players, Atin can tell you how I adapted last Sunday.
I'm sure, yeah. So everyone can go look in the chat now, and they can see why we're doing what we're doing right now.
Oh no!
So I talked to this individual, and they boasted that because we were on Fiction Live, I would never read their stories and shit all over them. And so, of course...
That was a mistake.
That was a mistake.
Oh, no. Go easy on him.
Nope.
Somewhat easy. Give him exactly as much shit as you give me.
You think that's going easy?
Yeah, no, I'll
Sign! I turned you into a fucking bingo square!
Atin, if you're free later, hit me up, man.
No problems.
I will probably not be. As most of you can probably tell, I am fucking ill, so I will probably be going to bed.
He's so
no,
ill.
It's cool, man.
He's
Sleep
got the
well,
skills.
Okay?
So, he said he's got 2 stories. Yeah, see you, man. Yep. So he's got 2 stories here. He's got his Amongst the Grass Types, which apparently is his first story that he ever tried to write. And then he has Crack-a-Pack, which is, in his words, applying everything that he learned from Amongst the Grass Types. So he also has a Ko-fi. Oh, shit. So go ahead and mark down Patreon. I did not realize he also had a Ko-fi.
We got a Padaron.
Yes, indeed. Oh, he doesn't list how much money he's getting. Weak. Pathetic.
Damn, I don't have Padaron.
Do I have Padaron? Damn. Really? I don't have Sign Al or Padaron.
Good. That's what you get.
So I don't really understand Fiction Live in general. Apparently, like, it basically opens up a fucking Discord channel.
Something like that, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right here. There's literally a chat. So this is the other reason why I'm probably never going to do Fiction Live, because I don't want to ever be in a situation in where I can have a chat block pop up that I can't moderate.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah. No, from what I know, you can moderate, like, you can choose what is and isn't there. Like, if you want, you can do full reader suggestions, partial reader suggestions.
Right, but I can't moderate this. I personally can't moderate this chat.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I don't want to write 1,000 words and then be told, hey, let's go run this fucker off a cliff.
Well, no. I'm talking about covering Fiction Live stuff. And, like, I don't know what's going to appear in this chat. And I don't want someone to, go on here because I have blocked words on Twitch or YouTube. I don't want them to hop into the Fiction Live chat and be like, say the words that get you banned. Yeah. So, not a huge fan of this. I'm also not a huge fan. Like, this is a kind of dog shit setup in general. Like, half of my screen is consumed by a chat I don't want to see. Like, when I'm reading a fanfic, I don't want to see what the comments are as I'm reading it. Like, that's really dog shit.
Really? You tell me you don't want community as you're doing it?
No, I don't. I'm
want to hear someone's stupid opinions as they have them?
I mean, there is a oh god, I can hear myself. Why have you done this to me, Twitch? There is a Jesus, I can't think. There is like a reader mode, just like there is on like QQ.
Is there?
Yeah, check under the menu, I think.
Request an update. Once per day, you can demand the author to update the story? What?
No.
In the like upper left where it says menu.
Upper left,
like
bottom right.
There's an actual thing at the top, like table of contents to the left of that menu.
Reader settings. Hide
Where
all
the fuck
buttons.
is this?
No, nothing's changing.
Oh my god.
Minimize topics? Nope, that doesn't get rid of the chat. Hide the sidebar.
I know.
There we go.
Yeah, like I know there's a way to do it because I did that when I was reading the decent-ish Periphery Lord. Like obviously Power Wank, but you know what? It's fine.
So
there's not a
to
lot of
start off with,
I'll take it.
He doesn't put a synopsis into his story. Shedlap, are you fucking kidding me? He didn't put a summary on his story.
Huh.
What do you mean who the fuck does? Everyone does. That's how you get people to read your story.
No, don't do that. Leave it as a surprise for them.
Could have fucking shoot a goddamn spike up your ass sign.
Well, I mean, it is Tuesday.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize Tuesday was your asshole stretching day. My bad. Sorry for the delay. What the fuck is it? Oh my god. Oh, is this how the system works?
Yep. This is why I never get into Fiction Lab.
What do you mean
when
verified
they got a story or a
votes?
chapter that's from logged in viewers.
Oh no, those are from super viewers.
Oh, people who've paid?
Yeah. Total votes versus paid votes. And then you can have a discussion on each option? This is too much. That would be too much for me. That's like going into a new Discord and it's like every channel has 29 sub-channels. It's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, like I said, listen, there's a couple things on there that I can just read through and ignore everything else, and I appreciate that.
So here's my real question. Is this the end of the chapter, and then they get to vote, and then the next chapter's this?
I think so. See, the stories I've been reading on Fiction Live, the very few stories I read on Fiction Live, are just they're dumped as full chapters, and I guess people vote on what happens next.
So the writers or the author or whoever, they update shit. And as they update shit, they can choose how and when A, chapter ends, and B, what people get to vote for. Like, you can just dump a whole chapter with no reader input at all. Or you can have, like, 7 paragraphs, reader input, 7 paragraphs, reader input. Like, that's all up to the person writing it. Because, like, when, like, again, like, when the guy who does, like, Periphery Lord, when he updates, it's, like, pretty much the only involvement that readers have is, like, what R&D project do you want to work on, and roll some dice for me to find out what you guys found while you were out. What did you stub your toe on?
Right. Yeah,
like,
I'm not liking this system. Like, it's already distracting to the actual story. I do think it's nice that the entire story is in one chunk, and, like, apparently it was Sinnoh Johto. So basically, you organize the Fiction Live by book instead of by chapter. So, like, this entire book is Sinnoh. So all of the Sinnoh chapters that you post are under the Sinnoh banner. So that that sort of makes up for the fact that the chapters are so short, I guess. Is because anyone coming in wouldn't have to click 9,000 times next chapter, and instead they can just keep scrolling. So, I mean, that is a good way to make up for the fact that you're basically making a live-action story fanfic. Which is terrible. I hate it. I hate the entire idea of that.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But I'm really blown away by the fact that he left what type the main character trainer, he left what type they specialized in up to the readers. So I don't know if he changed the name of the story Or if he started off with amongst the grass types and then was like, hey guys, so what should the main character train? Should it be grass types?
So what you can do like a, I guess the way to say it, you can do like a pre-poll, like, right? Like he can put the idea out there and then everybody can vote on that. Like, so it can be like, the story's going to be about X, Y, Z. What's the trainer's main type going to be?
And then people can vote. And then he can, like, link what the vote was for? Okay. I really hate this system.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I'm not saying it's good for everybody, but obviously there are people who really like it. And there are some decent stories that have come out of it.
Oh, I'm sure there's some decent stories that come out of it. I just really don't like the system. I have a physio appointment. There's nothing they can say that I haven't ripped on for the past years myself. I know I'm a beginner at writing at best, and I made immense pitfalls in all my stories. The stuff I made last week, not so much. I'm sure I'll find faults in it. And, you know, that's fair enough to him. And that is kind of why I'm not focusing too much on what he's writing, is because we did talk about this, is that he was a beta for Sign, and giggity. And so he's kind of also used to looking at he's kind of used to, you know,
looking at slop.
Yeah. He's used to looking at slop, and he's used to picking it apart and trying to find diamonds in it. So, you know, he did it to his own work, which I give him massive credit for. And I kind of more was just doing this for the meme, to poke fun at him. But, you know, as far as, like, you know,
important?
No. As far as dialogue goes, he's doing it correctly. He is separating the paragraphs. The characters are interacting with more than single lines. The grammar isn't the best, but it's like 95% correct. So it's like, and the 5% that's wrong is little. Yeah, but I mean more like capitalizing certain letters, you know, that sort of thing. It's like he missed a comma there, you know, that sort of thing. So
he's got the typing upside down debuff.
He's got an upside down keyboard. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, overall, it's not terrible. I'm sure if we focused on the actual plot of the story, we would definitely see a lot more of the flaws and a lot more of the pitfalls he's talking about, because, I mean, generally with Pokemon, that is where a lot of the failure occurs, is you kind of have this idea of what kind of team your character is going to have going into the story, and then you kind of realize at some point in the story, like, how contrived it's getting, trying to get that team to your character, or how this really OP a meta team that you've created for your character is kind of trivializing some of the dangers that might have been in the story. I've seen it happen a lot with a lot of Pokemon stories, where they either were too focused on the team, or ruined the story by, you know, obviously powering themselves up too much with the team. So yeah, I'm sure that he's made plenty of issues for himself, and I'm sure it also didn't really help that, again, he's a first-time writer, and he's doing a writing system in where he's letting the readers tell him what characters should be in the story, what Pokemon should be on his team, what he's gonna go do. And
yeah, it seems like a bad idea for a first.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're an experienced writer and you kind of want to basically play like DM, and you're flexible and you're willing to you know, basically play out the reader's fantasy of a Pokemon story, that's fine, right? But if you're a first-time writer, that's got to be hard. Yeah, he's also getting paid shitloads for it. But like, as a first-time writer, that's hard. That's really, you're making it really hard for yourself.
You started on turbo hard mode, man.
Like you're even letting them pick out which region you're starting in.
Yeah, like
No,
I could
I'm
get
sorry.
along. I could
I've got to
understand
pick
all,
the
but like
setting.
picking the region, like that changes so much of what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what kind of
changes everything.
What kind of fucking threats you're gonna face, the level of the threat you're gonna face. Oh, well, I'm in Kanto, so the worst I'm gonna face is Pokemon thieves. Oh, I'm in Sinnoh, the worst I'm gonna face is the annihilation of reality. There's a little bit of a threat jump there, huh?
Difficulty spike.
now, in
this
fairness,
is what we call a difficulty tweak.
In fairness, rather than the annihilation of reality, it could just be an eco disaster. You could just have to fight angry Captain Planet.
Oh, that's all.
Who's that? Which
or
region is
the,
that?
or the unraveling of
planet.
there's the unraveling of time. That's always fun.
No, we don't want time to unravel. We need it raveled.
Hey, no. Listen.
Or the primal god of land could reawaken and cause a global drought, slowly evaporating every last inch of water on the planet. Simple
Hey,
things.
listen. If you listen to the Greeks, we people got along just fine before that jackass Kronos showed up.
Yeah.
Didn't the fucking gods kill all the humans originally?
No, they definitely didn't, because we still existed.
Kronos
I'm pretty sure I'm remembering a myth of in retaliation for humans being given fire by Prometheus, the first claymen were all wiped out by Zeus.
Oh, yeah, I remember something about that now that he mentions it. That is deep lore shit.
Yes, I only read the Greek lore book, the big little Greek lore book, I think it's called.
I think that's they were separate from humans as we know them now. Like they were a separate.
Yes,
tribe.
they're not Homo sapien. They were the first humans.
Was it the Little Big Book?
I literally think it's.
Yeah, the Little Big Book of Mythology. Yeah.
Well,
I think it's
good news. You can get a hardcover that appears to be in decent condition for $3.
I own it.
This is a hefty looking book.
Yes, it's very thick.
Holy crap. I might be trying to pick this up.
Yeah, go for it. It's an interesting read. It's an interesting read.
Okay, by the way,
yeah.
I don't live terminally online in the fanfiction sphere. What is fiction.live?
So fiction.live is basically imagine Twitch for fanfiction.
That sounds like a stupid idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's funny that it's funny that we're sitting at a point where this stupid idea could in fact outlive Twitch in the next 2 to 3 years.
Yes. Yes, very much so. Yes. But so yeah, basically, you post stories by the book, and you extend the book by posting chapters, but the chapters are melded into the entire work as they're posted. And at the end of every chapter, you can host votes, and the readers get to vote and open discussion channels about the vote.
Oh, and they get to pay to vote. So
and they also get to pay to be extra votey. Yes, they get to pay for extra votes.
I think we need to do a full reset on creative writing. I think we need to go back to the days of dime novels and chapter books.
True. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's
no
go.
Feedback. You don't get feedback. You just hope that your little dime novel is selling and people like your 50 to 70 page chapter book. And if they don't, oh well, keep writing.
But yeah, like they're voting on what Pokemon he gets in his party and what moves they have.
And where the setting is.
What region he's going to, how old he is, how tough the gym leader is, does he beat the gym leader or not? And this was Chinlamp's first story. And he decides to do it on Fiction Live.
Yeah, bro picked hard mode. Hell difficulty.
Hell difficulty.
No, Killionaire, that was not my first clue. My first clue was years ago with the advent of 50 Shades of Grey.
Honestly, I'm not gonna blame 50 Shades of Grey. I'm gonna blame Twilight. Twilight was the culmination of everything every female-oriented book series was trying to get. And then horny readers perfected it.
Yeah.
True.
As for me calling back to dime novels and chapter books, it's specifically because I decided to open up a duffel bag. When we moved 14 years ago.
Oh God.
I had a duffel bag of books that were like, these are my favorite books off my shelf at the time. I had not touched that duffel bag in those 14 years to look through them. And the first book I saw was Magic Treehouse #2. Oof. The Night book, where they ended up at King Arthur, because that was my favorite one out of the entire series.
That was a good one, Magic Treehouse.
I feel so bad that kids don't have parents encouraging them to read good shit like Magic Treehouse and Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, it's honestly crazy because it's like these days, like I feel so bad for my little brother who grew up, you know, already with the video games being the mainstream thing to do instead of reading. And so video game, it was cool to play video games now. So he played lots of video games, and he played Kingdom Hearts at first, and then he went to go look up Kingdom Hearts fanfics because he heard about fanfiction at school.
That's a mistake.
And he wanted to go read stuff about Kingdom Hearts because he really liked Kingdom Hearts. He was 8.
You fool.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's literally no way he could have known that, so...
And so then I had to explain to my little brother why all of his favorite characters were putting their pee-pees up the butts of other men.
Now,
of course.
Sometimes they were putting it in girls' things.
No,
they did that
not.
too sometimes.
No, they did not.
No.
Not in the Kingdom Hearts section.
In the Kingdom Hearts section, you had to filter heavily if you wanted to get Kyrie involved.
The Kingdom Hearts section was like 80% gay porn.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the percentage?
And if it wasn't
80.
Nah, it's more like worse.
I was being generous.
It was 80% gay.
Yeah, no, it's worse.
It was about 80%. It was about 80% gay, 15% bi, and 5% straight.
No, honestly, Sign, you should have just stopped. Because Nose had the best one there of, no, it's actually worse.
Yeah.
No numerical value, no breakdowns, just...
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so basically, the point in time where this occurred, he was doing it with my 2 cousins, who were 2 years younger than him
Sneaky
and 2 years older. No, I will not. It's your fault if you went there with my 8-year-old little brother. He was doing it with his 6-year-old cousin and his 10-year-old cousin. And they were all looking at Kingdom Hearts stuff together because they all liked Kingdom Hearts. And so, of course, my aunt now wants to know why this website that her kids can get on without any age verification is filled with only gay porn of childhood characters.
Oh no, she got into it. Oh no. Well, she was probably one of the soccer moms responsible for the first purge.
No, she was not. She just banned them from ever going on fanfiction.net until they were 16.
And I mean, honestly, I couldn't even blame her if she had reported it to the site and been like, "Hey, you need to do something about this."
She should have. But yeah, I basically, she was like, "Why?" So I checked out the website myself, and I went into the Kingdom Hearts section, and I made sure mature was turned off. Why is the front page only gay sex still?
It's because the fan base is a bunch of rabid teenage girls.
Well, see, the problem, though, is that you're supposed to... Well, A, it's not supposed to be on there. So I did have to explain to her, basically, like, look, it's not supposed to be on there. The rules explicitly don't allow it, but they also don't really enforce the rules. But also, the authors should have put it at least behind mature. And, of course, that's around the time, actually, where I ended up talking to some authors and asking them why their porn story wasn't behind a mature rating. And that's when they replied to me.
Get enough viewers.
No, that's when they replied to me with, because I want to introduce gay sex to young kids so they don't think it's wrong.
Fucking what?
Yes. In their opinion, the reason why they don't list their gay sex story as a mature story is because they want young children to read it so they get used to the idea of gay sex.
That sounds like something I'd see on AO3.
Yes.
Like, explicitly, this was moved to AO3 for this reason.
Yes.
Uh,
Isn't putting pornography in the hands of children
I
a
want
crime?
his computer investigated.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And that's why it's banned on fanfiction.net. Because it doesn't require you to log in to read the stories. Unlike other websites. AO3 Origin Story?
Oh, yeah.
Literally the AO3 Origin Story, yeah.
Yes. That's how you about the literal child who joined my server.
When you said italicized literal child, I thought you meant, they're being a child, not a literal child joined.
No, that's sneaky. I was explicit in my word usage. I used literal.
Sign, you use literal and italicization all the fucking time when you don't mean it. Do not give me that shit.
I meant it this time.
Oh, okay.
So
anyway,
all right. So last night, I get this random join. It's like somebody from Royal Road. Okay, yeah, sure, fine. Hey, boss, can I get the adult, the not safe for work role? Yeah, sure, whatever. And he gets to talk about the story, and we're like, yeah, there's chapters over here. This is where you get the new stuff, yada yada. And then he goes, he mentions something about age, like, so wait, you write what? I write adult content. Yes. Wait, how old are you? I don't see why that matters. But I'm 40. Why? He's like, well, because I'm like 16 and wait, what?
Banned.
Fuck you say? Yeah, I know. We had to have a long conversation about why he couldn't be on the server and why he needed to go, and it was nothing personal. But we're not allowing him to stay. And Bro wanted to give out his docs to prove he would turn 18 like next year. And I'm like, no, please don't. In fact,
I want to give this random 40-year-old on the internet my real name and location so he can confirm I'm old enough to read his porn.
I'm telling him, do not, do fucking not. Do
Jesus
not do this.
Christ.
I will ban you right now if you do this.
Millennials have failed a generation.
It became a whole thing.
How?
It became a whole thing of having to teach him about OPSEC.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, that's crazy.
How do you spend this much time on the internet and not understand that you don't?
It's really easy. It's because they've always had the internet, and so they don't understand that there is a barrier. It's because they didn't grow up with that barrier being there, so they don't understand. It's like a fish in water. The fish doesn't understand it's in water.
Also, Facebook kind of desensitizes people to everything.
Well, yeah, but like his generation doesn't even use
social
Facebook.
Media.
Well, yeah, they use Twitter, but they don't use.
Myself. I said social media.
Yeah, but they don't really use Twitter with or TikTok with the real names. I mean, like everyone still uses screen names mostly on these websites, but they're just not. Resetting my phone, fix the audio. Yeah, audio is just fucking fried, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Everyone's just getting fried audio, and I don't even know.
It's just bad.
Oh, so that's not just the internet.
No, everyone's frying. But as I was saying, like it's they don't associate the internet with strangers.
Danger?
Well, no, just strangers. They associate the internet with people, with people I haven't met yet.
These are my friends I haven't met yet. That sort?
Yeah. And
no! Stranger danger.
Which, I mean, it sounds very similar to how groups like 764 take advantage. Yep. Kids are so clueless these days. Yeah, it's because it's because the communities these days are both so moderated and also at the same time unmoderated. So, like, certain behaviors are so outlawed when it comes to doing things on websites that you don't get the parents involved like we did, right? Like, so when we were kids and we saw... you know what I mean. We saw those things.
Boobies.
And we ever brought that sort of shit up to our parents would be like, oh, that's wrong, that's bad, explain it why, don't do those things. And we'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. No, it would have been, I'm going to spank your ass and you're never doing that again.
You or a sibling got caught looking up things you shouldn't, and your parents had to explain certain things, and you had the worst conversation of your life.
Or, plenty of people doing shit like... Well, yeah, also, but, plenty of people doing shit like LimeWire or downloading porn or some shit, and it breaks their computer, and then they go, shit, that can break my computer? Oh, fuck. And then they become the most careful fucking person to exist.
They become a technician because they had to learn how to fix the fuck-ups they made.
Yeah, this is the family computer, I gotta fix this before mom comes,
Yeah.
Experiencing a RuneScape scam needs to be a core memory. True. Yeah, they need to be scammed more. True.
Yes.
And
yep.
You always fall for the first scam. Absolutely. You absolutely always do fall for the first scam.
Say what you will about a certain group, but they are doing us a favor by scamming people like that. Get them used to it.
And that's what hardens you to not fall for the next ones. Well, I mean, it's more like... So, now, here's the problem is the scam can't just be a scam. The scam has to ruin your world.
Oh, yeah.
It has to do something to you that genuinely impacts you, because there was someone I knew who had oil prints money. And they got scammed constantly on RuneScape, and they would just buy more gold after being scammed. And then get scammed again. And then they would just buy more gold. And I was like, why do you always fall for these scams? And he's like, well, I don't really care, because I can just buy more gold.
Idiot.
And so I was just like, okay, so he just...
Whoa.
Because he's never been scammed to the point where he couldn't instantly replace what he lost. He didn't care about being scammed because it wasn't an impact on him. And so, yeah, it was just
We
like...
never lost a character.
Yeah, you know, he never lost... Well, even if he did lose a character or even lost the entire account, he would just buy a new one.
Jesus.
I told you, he had shitloads of money, I'm telling you. Like, his allowance was like a salary.
His parents need to be taken out back and beaten.
Well, you know, they're Arab, so... When I said he had oil prince money, I wasn't really exaggerating.
Ha ha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I remember those days. I was taught that porn on the internet was bad, but as long as I don't share any info, online forums like Poll were okay. I think I grew up all right. I mean, like we're making the jokes of like, oh, I totally grew up fine, guys. You know, yeah, whoa, look at me now. But it's at the same time though, it's like we actually did grow up fine. It's just other circumstances fucked us over, but the existing on Poll didn't fuck us over. Learning OPSEC,
we got kind of ironically lucky.
Yeah, we were at the perfect time. We were a generation that knew enough about the real world while also being introduced to the internet that we were able to separate the two. And so we didn't fall for the scams that our parents did and our grandparents did. Because we're like, so fucking stupid. You have to be dumb to fall for that scam. But we did fall for scams, just not those.
We fell for scams, we just didn't tell our family that we fell for said scams.
No,
yeah, but the scams that we fell for...
Scams.
Right, but the scams we fell for was like, oh no, I lost all of my money, but all of your money was also like $200. And it was like, a lot of money to you as a kid, but like, that's literally a game, a single game these days.
Yeah, like I remember as a kid, oh no, some guy told me he could make my armor gold-plated in RuneScape, and I gave him my money, and I gave him my armor. And then, oops.
Yeah, he ran off with it. Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it was at that point that you're like, oh, people are terrible, and good things don't happen for nothing, so always get a receipt.
Basically, yeah. And you know, so like the scams we fell for were learning experiences, not life ruining. They just felt life ruining at the time because, you know, kids.
Yeah.
But they weren't actually life ruining. You know, my grandparent fell for one of those caller scams of, oh, hello, I'm from Microsoft and your computer has a virus. You need to let me on immediately. And she lost bank accounts of money.
Speaking of having to deal with that as technically a part of my profession.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. The amount of times people will say, like, oh, I fell for a scam after the fact. Like, just tell us when you're in the middle of getting scammed. And we all get this, like, oh, I thought that they would know. They would know that I'm being, like, that I'm talking to you and they would do something. They said they take my account. And it's just like, you're fucking, god damn it.
No, dude, when I worked at ICE, it was actually really bad because it was the dumbest shit ever. It was always some 30 to 40-year-old guy who's like, yeah, my Filipino girlfriend, she really loved me, and she told me that in the Philippines she needed to pay leaving charges, and she needs $45K to leave the Philippines. And so I sent her the money, and then I never heard from her again. Was that a scam?
Yes.
Yes.
No. She'll be along any day now.
Never ask an ICE agent the race of his girlfriend.
But yeah, no, it was really bad with the things that people would fall for. Yeah. The oh no, I false reported you Discord scam. Yeah. And see, like, that's the thing, right? Is that as kids, the scams we fell for due to how disconnected everything was, if we fell for a scam in RuneScape, it only affected RuneScape and usually only that specific character, right? But, like, these days, people are losing their Steam account, which contains possibly even thousands to tens of thousands of games.
True.
You know, they're
lots
losing
of money worth of games.
They're losing their BattleNet account, which isn't just one character; it's all of their Blizzard games. You know, they're due to the obsessive connectivity that all of these companies are doing, is when these kids are falling for scams, they're literally losing everything.
Good, they need to lose everything once at least. It'll teach them not to.
Yeah, but it's a little bit different between losing some money or some time and losing the only way to contact your friends.
Yeah, I'm with Sneaky on this. The consequences of falling for something for little Atin was nowhere near the consequences of if he fell for that today.
Yeah, if little Atin fell for a scam today, he's not losing, RuneScape gold. He's losing his Microsoft account, which locks him out of his Xbox, his PC, parents' credit card, the Fortnite
his
account
friends
gets
list.
banned. Yeah, the people he's met, everything.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
And with a lot of these kids, their
though,
Discord, their Steam, their Microsoft. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the way kids communicate is, through Discord. They lose their Discord. They don't have the phone numbers in their cell phone of their Discord friends. They can't walk down the street and be like, dude, my account got hacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, if you get a message from me, it's not actually from me.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Everyone make sure to block Sign so you don't get any scam messages from him.
Yeah. They don't keep these friends in their email contact books anymore either.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have email contact books.
No, you still have contact books, but I'm willing to put money down that most people that are in their mid-20s or younger, most probably don't know that they have an address book or how to add more contacts to it in their email.
Yeah, that's probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal, and unfortunately, the kids don't learn the right lesson from it either, because they panic over everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have a frame of reference because it's like a kid getting a Discord scam these days. I was promised good fix, so I gave him money, but all I got was his current slop. It's brutal.
God.
I got good news. We have him on speed dial here.
Yeah,
Please
you have him on speed dial. You can confront him directly.
Attack his sense of guilt directly.
True.
You have become a Catholic.
But it's like these days it's so brutal because
I'm glad I got some of the chat with that.
Your parents can't teach you about this, and because the kids spent so long online, being robbed at gunpoint is the same to a kid these days as losing their Discord account. And that is a terrible frame of reference. Like I'm not saying that as a good thing. Like, that's a terrible frame of reference. And so when they get these private messages being like, bro, I just reported you. You need to give me your Discord account and password so I can prove that you're the right person or the wrong person or whatever. And the kid's like, oh my God, if I lose my Discord, I lose everything. And so they give them the information because they're panicking. And it's like, it's not the end of the world. But because that's all they know, it feels like it to them. So.
Well, that kind of connects with the whole cyberbullying thing. Like, they think it's the end of the world. Dude, just turn off the computer. Delete the messages. Don't read them.
I'm
Shit
getting
like
mean messages on Twitter. It's like, okay, we'll stop going on Twitter then. I mean, alternatively, stop having bad opinions. So it's kind of a, two-layered issue.
Well, also, it's time to teach them about the magic of junk emails.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Also, block and ignore.
Oh my god, I swear it was painful. I have a customer that has to that goes through their junk email manually, and I had to explain to them because they kept reporting emails to me. They're like, "Oh, why aren't you blocking this email?" I'm like, "I did block that email." Well, why am I getting it? Where are you getting it? In my junk folder. Your junk folder is where blocked emails go. But I don't want it to show up at all. But that's where it shows up just in case it's an error. But
exactly.
But I don't want it. It's like, well, then stop opening it.
Oh my god. You know, if this had been the height of the mid-aughts, they're forwarding every single chain email they get to at least 10 people on their list.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you forward this chain email to 3 different people, you will get.
They're not doing it because they think this is actually like a really positive one, or oh, this would be funny. I want other people to laugh at this. They're doing it because they take it seriously.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I have to send this email to 6 people. It's like, why do you have to send this email to 6 people? Oh, they said that I would.
Yeah, exactly, Sign. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the people that believe that shit is crazy, but it's just like it's pain. It is pain. It is absolutely pain that our parents are computer retarded and feel no need to learn how to use one, even though their job relies on it. And then our siblings or our sons and daughters, because that is my age these days, Jesus Christ.
Why you got to attack my age directly like that?
Yeah,
Science should have great grandkids at this point. How do you think he feels?
No, hold on. No, I'm not that old. Hold on. Wait a minute.
No, actually, Sign. Given that you're from the South, given statistically that you're from the South, you should actually have great grandkids by now.
Yeah, he's got a point.
No. Fuck.
He's old enough for grandkids.
Well, I mean, he's like 45 in reality, so that's like 3 generations.
41.
Grandkids, not great grandkids.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Hang on. 15 plus 15 plus 15. No, old enough for great grandkids.
What? No. So you're 15, you have a kid, you grow up to 30.
15 plus 15 plus 15.
Oh, your kid's 15.
I guess
he has a kid.
I guess you could have a great grandkid on the way.
Oh,
this
yeah.
year, then.
You're right. Yeah, you would be. Yeah, assuming you're 45.
Yeah, if I were 45, 4 years older.
Yeah. You would have great grandkids.
Or, if we reduced a year from each of those. Which
something like that, yeah.
Is a thing that happens here.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm just saying, But, dude, it's crazy.
I know people my age who have great grandkids, okay?
I know.
Great.
I know.
Grandkids.
We're aware.
Yeah. They don't make them like they used to. Well, no, I don't think it's entirely that, right? It's
I make them exactly like they used to.
Yes, but it's not entirely that. It's also the age of interconnectivity. The problem is that women are especially susceptible to this. So just to be clear here, I'm both sides, but especially women, is if you can go on Facebook and see someone else be with someone really attractive, and you then Facebook feeds you tons of posts from people like that, and tons of attractive people. but those people aren't in your area. One guy's in Oregon, one guy's in Dakota, one guy's in Florida, one guy's in, Vermont, and you're over here in Texas, but your brain isn't really comprehending the distance. And so you're thinking, as you're seeing all these photos, there's a bunch of hot guys in my area, and so then you get approached by a not hot guy, according to you, and you're like, oh, I don't want to date you because there's a hot guy in my area. But those hot guys you're seeing aren't in your area. They're thousands of miles away.
Wow, that's her area.
It is, but it isn't. So, like, even though... Well, see, that's the thing, though, is that in this... Facebook does this to guys, too, to be clear, but in a different way. It gives them a bunch of married photos of guys doing better than them at better jobs than them with better wives than them. So just to be clear, this is hitting guys in a different way, but it's still hitting guys. Women are seeing all of these potential men, and they're adding them to the pool of people near them, but they're not actually near them. And so this pool of people is artificial because they're never going to leave. Like, let's be clear here. It's a ridiculous number. It's something like 60% of people never go more than 5 miles away from where they were born. In terms of where they end up living. Eventually, in the end. So, most of these people, they're never going to meet. And no, they might say they're going to move to Chicago one day, but they never are. They're going to stay in Austin, Texas for their entire fucking life.
They'll never get the money to move up there, and even if they did, they'd fucking hate it.
Well, maybe. Or maybe they would love it, but they're never going to get into opportunities. They're never going to get into positions where they want to move there, because the other problem is, usually by the time you have the money to move that massive amount of distance, you'd be leaving behind your friends, you'd be leaving behind family, and to a lot of people, that means a lot.
Your steady job.
Yeah, maybe a steady job.
Yeah.
And that means a lot to some people, and so they don't move in the end. And even though they know they're not going to move, they're still on Facebook seeing all the really hot, good job men who are single, not in their area,
could have,
and comparing it to the men in their area. And so
it's not just Facebook too.
Yeah, I know it's not just Facebook. I'm just using Facebook as a fucking example sign. Stop being a woman.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Do I have to tap the sign? I'm tapping the sign.
Don't tap me.
I'm tapping the sign.
Don't tap me. Don't tap me.
I'm tapping the sign. wait, hold on. Where's the other one?
Ladies and gentlemen, let it be known on record, Sneaky tapped the sign.
Where did I not save that one? Oh no, I didn't save that one. Oh, that's terrible.
But no, what I was gonna say was fucking Tinder does that shit with the girl swipes right and she gets a 10. This convinces her that even though she's a 4, she could get a 10, so she deserves a 10.
Yeah.
Even if, all he did was hit it and quit it.
Yeah, that is, yeah. It is. That's the situation. And then there's also the whole situation of where every woman tells every other woman they're a 10. Everyone agrees they're a 10.
You're a 10. I'm a 10. It's
Everyone's
collective bargaining, as Home App says.
But if you ever tell a woman they're as pretty as Lizzo, suddenly they're offended.
Ooh, Southern.
But anyway, back to the realm of fiction that we can enjoy and mock and not lose our jobs for, instead of the realm of fiction that is too real and that we do lose our jobs for.
Right.
My issue with dating apps is you have to ask yourself, this is a massive company, how do they make all their money? Well, yeah, it's a dating app. They make money from you dating, not from you getting married. So why would they ever put you in a position to get married? Yeah.
Also, why would they make your account visible if you're, not paying the money.
Well, no, it's not just that. No, because back in the day when the dating apps originally came out, they actually did have a higher success rate of marriage. But of course, because they went public and they got investors, and the investors are like, well, why are we losing users? And they did $10 million of research, and they found out they lose users when users get married. So they're like, oh, we'll stop users from getting married. This is a legitimate thing, by the way. They implemented policies internally in their matching for like a lot of these apps to purposely match people together that they predict to have a low chance of being married.
So they intentionally make bad matches.
Yes. They're not bad matches. They're good matches for sex, but they're bad matches for marriage.
Bad matches for relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you come back to the app, and you feel like you need to be on the app to finally find the right person, because you keep finding people, but it's just not the right person. So if you just spend a little bit longer on the app,
maybe next time,
maybe if you subscribe to the app, maybe if you get their filtering service, maybe this time you'll finally find the right one.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
And Facebook is doing the same thing with their dating app.
Same thing. Oh, Facebook also did that thing where they were like, "Hey, so yeah, we tried sending a random selection of people really unhappy news and sad pictures, and they got suicidal. Turns out that making people read sad stuff makes them sad. Crazy study. I'm so glad we spent millions and killed people over it." Which, by the way, they did get sued for, as far as I recall, because some people did commit suicide over Facebook using them as an unannounced test experiment to see if sending sad stuff to people made them sad. And some people killed themselves over it.
Damn, who could have predicted this outcome?
Literally anyone but Facebook, apparently.
I would think several cases in the past where people have been tried for unconsenting test subjects in anything.
But see, Max, those people weren't billionaire rich.
Well, see, if I'm remembering this correctly, you actually agreed to be a test subject by signing up to Facebook, and that was Facebook's excuse in the courts.
Yeah, that's like
if you read this mile-long legal document, you actually agreed to be subjected to experiments.
I would say that's like when the Disney Plus thing was like, this guy who died at Disney World can't sue us because Disney Plus, he did a Disney Plus free trial that said they agree to arbitrate any disputes.
Well, see, that's a little bit different. Explicit. So that was Disney trying to overreach what the agreement actually applied to. In case of Facebook, it was explicitly outlined that you and your data would be used in scientific and psychological experiments, and that by signing up to the account, you agreed to participate.
Yeah, that's fair. Let me be clear. The point you're making is fair. I do not think what Facebook did is fair.
The judge did throw them out and say, "Get the fuck out of here. I don't care that you put it in your document. No one reads that document." So
nobody reads that shit. Get out of here.
I'm just saying, is that actually the court case that went? Yeah, EULAs are bullshit.
No, that was the Apple court case. Yeah, that was with Apple. Yeah,
I'm willing to bet that EULAs were non-enforceable at the time Facebook was doing this too.
EULAs have never been enforceable.
Yeah, so.
That's why EULAs have more or less fallen out, because like I remember the era of every single game ever making you sign the EULA before you played it.
Yeah.
And then that kind of died out when the judges ruled that EULAs aren't enforceable and you can put one all you want everywhere you want, but it doesn't mean that it can actually be enforced.
Yeah, well,
and yet Microsoft still does that on everything they own.
Because they still do end user license and they still do TOS, but again, it's like none of those are reasonably enforceable. And the fact of the matter is,
I gave you money and you're expecting me to sign extra things you did not inform me of at the time of purchase.
Yeah. If they made you,
like,
and I remember, I forget what court case it was for, but I remember that someone actually argued at one point that they couldn't put the EULA and contract agreement before purchasing a product from them. I think it might have been Apple. That they said, like, we can't make the users sign the agreement before they buy it because we noticed an 87% reduction in people buying it if they had to sign a EULA before they did so.
Yeah, they'd lose money.
There's a good reason.
It's just like, gee, I wonder why.
I fucking wonder.
What do you mean I have to agree to all these things before I use it?
Thank you for just straight up admitting that you are what were once our cartoon villains growing up as kids.
Right.
This is too good to pass up. I have to posterize this for everyone.
Oh no.
Here you go. This is what Toaster's been getting up to on the other server.
You saw the SpongeBob thing.
Anyway,
tell him why.
No. Anyway, so I do want to cover some of the stories here because this one is ChatGPT instantly. You can just,
oh Lord.
Like, you can just know. You can just look at that image and know.
You can just tell.
Oh boy.
You can just tell. It's something about this image just says AI to me. I don't know what it is. What do you guys think?
Well, if it load. No, actually, that doesn't say AI. That says that is expressly an app that's tied to like Facebook or something that takes a photo of your face and turns it into a cartoon.
That's a template. That's what that is.
Still AI.
That's a template.
Could be a template. But I'm telling you, I've seen that shit where they take your picture and then they turn it into a cartoon.
I'm trying to post a chapter every week now. Chapters are posted to the Patreon site and then here and then other sites a week after here. If you enjoy what I write, please go to my Patreon. Every month, there will be a poll on which version of Harry Potter from the Interdimensional Goblet of Fire gets continuation. Oh my god, it's a giant snippet compilation, and you have to fight other people to get your snippet written? Oh, god. Alright, Sargon Dorsai. Reveal to us your Patreon. What do you mean you have a YouTube channel? Oh god, he's a fucking egg!
Excuse you? Do you mean the AGP term?
No.
Or just he's shaped like an... No, he's
a
shaped
fucking
like an egg!
Bro's a fucking egg!
I told you! I fucking told you!
Wait, hold on a
he
minute.
put his face through one of those things, and it generated that image.
Is he like a northern lion egg? Oh, goodness me.
Hey, look, it's a giant
man is an egg.
Bro's a fucking egg.
My man's about to fucking fight Sonic the Hedgehog. What the fuck?
Yes.
I mean, listen, I thought Jim Carrey had it on lock, but here's the new Dr. Eggman.
Damn. Okay, so apparently, 11 years ago, he used to stream League of Legends. Is that League of Legends or Heroes of New Earth?
I think 12 years ago, it's got to be Heroes of New Earth.
I was going to say, Heroes of New Earth was basically the Dota 2.
Heroes of the Storm!
I mean...
Huh?
He used to stream himself playing Heroes of the Storm and Hearthstone. Playing Hearthstone, doing my dailies in WoW. Oh my god.
Ugh.
Is there
Who the fuck would want to watch somebody do that?
I mean, there's a bunch of people that make money doing that on Twitch. I don't know what to tell you.
Playing Final Fantasy VII from start to finish, Part 1. Never posted another part. Oh wait, no, here it is. Part 2 was an hour long. Part 3 another hour. Part 4.
Bro, he tried. On an hour at a time.
He tried.
He gonna be there a while.
He tried. But yeah, it looks like he just went back to streaming only a single game of Heroes of the Storm a day. And then he never then he transitioned. Once he got really popular with Heroes of the Storm at 126 views, he transitioned to doing weekly vlogs where he would tell you what he was writing. And that's all he did from then on. So yeah.
Don't give a fuck, buddy.
And then 8 years ago was his final video.
Good.
Which he never made anything again. But he put his Patreon on there. And that's the only reason why I know it, because he linked everything together. So can't blame me for showing it. He's the one that did it. Sargon Dorsai. I will say that's a good first name. Solid first name. Solid first name. But let's see. Harry Rune Totem. Harry, but he's raised by Torrens.
Wow, that's fucking stupid.
Yep. The Card Crafter Part 2. Interdimensional Goblet of Fire. Card Crafter Part 2. Interdimensional Card Crafter Part 1. Interdimensional Goblet of Fire. Owl Continued. Damn, that's crazy.
I can't believe somebody would just write stories for the Goblet of Fire over and over and over again.
I'm not.
Just hyper focus on that one particular event.
Okay, Chrome just crashed. That's cool. Thank you, Chrome. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Chrome.
Many such cases.
Yeah, many such cases.
What you get for using Chrome.
Yeah, how dare I use Chrome? Okay, let's,
I thought you were an Opera man, Sneaky.
No, I haven't used Opera in forever, not since they sold out and accidentally put malware on a bunch of people's computers. I actually stopped using Chrome right before then.
That
well,
sure
brave.
Was nice of them.
Yeah, that was an interesting time. I was actually kind of shocked they got away with doing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you mean got away with it?
Yeah, they didn't face any penalties for it because they argued that I forgot I didn't give a shit what they argued.
It was stupid, probably.
Yeah, it was definitely stupid. Let me see if I can't recover the fan. Oh, sorry. That's fanfiction.com.
Getting your bingo card here.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I will have to generate a new bingo card. Let's see.
Yes. How convenient.
Yeah, that's why I did it. Yeah, you got me. Yep. Yeah, you got me. I actually generated a new bingo card. So I crashed my Chrome secretly off screen to force a new bingo card to generate.
Yes, you would never do anything like that.
Yep.
You told Sneaky to be sneaky?
Eventually.
Yep. It's crazy how that worked out.
Ironically, the sneakiest I've ever heard of Sneaky was when he allegedly, however, he allegedly got his current username.
Yep, that was my sneakiest moment.
This motherfucker sucks at stealth.
I am.
That's
Hey, hold on. You say I suck at stealth. You weren't the one that took an entire outpost in Far Cry 4 while riding an elephant wielding a rocket launcher with absolutely no alarms going off. Thank you very much.
He's saying he enjoys heavy stealth.
Sneaky can do stealth just fine. It's that doing stealth just goes against his entire worldview of, as long as there are no people alive, that means the alarm can't be sounded.
You know what?
Yes, that's heavy stealth.
I will make an addendum.
Yeah.
If Rob is on the team, Sneaky suddenly becomes really stealthy, because there was that one time where we had to leave Rob in the bathroom with a growing corpse pile for stealthing Payday.
Yes.
Because we suddenly had a real bad camera desync.
Yep, I remember that. Yep.
And so he was just plugging away at his Nuzlocke run, just having fun in the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
With the growing corpse pile.
Corpses. Yep, we were like, all right, here's your job. You're gonna watch this pile and make sure no one else walks in that's not us.
Hey, in that game, that's a very important job.
It was an important job. Yes.
Shoot anyone who walks in here.
No, not shoot anyone. No one walked in. No one would walk in. The whole point was that no one was ever going to go in there.
The specific bathroom in question in Payday 2 was at the Art Museum. There was 2 guards that had a patrol in there, and they were in there when we started the heist. So nothing else is going to walk in there that wasn't us carrying a body bag. I'm pretty sure we actually ran out of body bags.
Oh, we did.
And we had 2 guards left to take care of.
Yep. That we did.
Yeah, that's Sneaky in a nutshell for stealth. There were a couple times I talked Sneaky into doing 2 Splinter Cell games with me. There were a couple missions in each game where there were a couple missions in each of those games. I'm like, all right, Sneaky, stay here. just don't move. And I had to solo stealth a couple times. I don't know why. I know Sneaky's patient. I know he can figure stuff out in his brain. He just can't hold guard patrol patterns in Splinter Cell games for some reason.
Nope. This wasn't happening. Just was not happening.
Although there was the one time that you actually won us the mission by popping the target while you were downed.
Oh, Splinter Cell?
Yeah, it was in the last Splinter Cell game before it took a few years break and we got Blacklist. It was the one where you play as 2 agents who were unaffiliated with Sam Fisher, and the final mission was you hunt each other down.
Oh, that fucking mission.
Do you remember the nightclub mission, Sneaky?
Was that it? Was that when I got trapped with like 30 guards in the back room and just shot them all?
You got downed. They started ignoring you. Then that was when you learned that there's a surprise mechanic when you're downed, which is you can pop up and keep shooting your pistol.
Yes.
And one of his shots just happened to go through the door, through a railing, and hit the specific target. It's like, okay.
Sneaky luck. What can I say? What can I say?
Oh. Of course, in the victory screen, he got lit up by 4 guards, one of which had a shotgun at point blank.
The victory screen, they're just like fucking unloading on my corpse.
Get that motherfucker.
This asshole.
You can shoot me, but you can't unshoot your boss. I guess I'm changing my browser on my PC to Brave. Yeah, I don't know why you would use Opera still at this point. Like they totally sold out.
Brave is
they've
the best.
been really fucking
at least
around.
for the moment.
Yeah.
Until Brave sells out, and then someone else will make something.
I think
sure
it'll take
Brave
a while
will
for
screw
that.
it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Every time we have a browser made by people with integrity, it turns out they don't actually have integrity. They just have a price point.
Oh, they just had more integrity than the people they left. And that integrity had a price point,
Firefox.
but yes.
Yeah.
Don't use Firefox. You're an idiot if you do. If you gotta use the Firefox engine, use Ice Moon.
I'm still sitting here using it because I'm at the point where I don't give a fuck in a lot of cases anymore.
Well, I mean, it's sort of like the only reason why I moved off of Opera was because of the malware situation. Like, at this point, I've just fully accepted that people are going to sell my information, that it's going to leak somewhere, sometime, somehow, because fuck you. I just accepted that.
I still love that we didn't even make the, 2-month estimates that were being generously thrown around when, certain countries across the pond decided to start instituting full-on V for Vendetta government dystopic ID laws.
Yeah.
Yes.
Within 3 weeks, YouTube and Discord had massive breaches. It's like, oh gee, that thing that we said would happen, because why wouldn't it happen?
Oh, but it'll totally be fine. It's gonna be secure and great, and well, it's a third party doing it, so if it happens, it's not our fault. So fuck you.
Yeah. Well,
you still gotta do it. We want your face. We want to see who your customers are.
We want everything.
See, that's when you pull up Gmod. You just use that.
Yeah.
That's true. Gmod is in fact the secret.
I mean, I'm just saying, you don't hear a lot about data breaches in the cyberpunk dystopic future stories, because usually the reward for that is the government tracks you down and makes an example out of you.
Yeah, you get shot. That, or they want to keep it fucking quiet so nobody talks about it.
Well, no, you're lucky if you just get shot in those stories for data breaches.
Yeah.
God help you if you performed a data breach on the government's favorite corporation. Oh, man.
Or, the corporation that is the government. Arasaka.
Oops.
Oh, that's actually Militech.
Wrong country, son.
Also Militech, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. The idea that at some point they're like, we gotta send an example. What do you mean? Call Smasher. It's like, boss.
Oh.
It was a breach that only got 100 IDs. We need to send a message. Okay.
Yeah. It was it's a hell of a message.
It is a message. It is a message. It is a message.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Man, our Far Cry 4 playthrough was probably one of the best playthroughs we've ever had, Sneaky. We got some insane shit in that game.
The story where I went Rambo in Far Cry 4, that's literally what I was talking about, Aura. Where Max, we came upon our first outpost, and Max was like...
We were happy with the game at this point, man.
Were we? Because I didn't have anything besides the RPG. And I just found out you could ride elephants.
No, the RPG is a mid to late game weapon.
Really? I thought it was an early game weapon.
Yeah. No,
anyway, so we're coming up on this outpost, and Max is like, oh, I'll go snipe from the hills. I'm like, okay. And as I'm approaching the base, I see an elephant, and I'm like, can I ride that? I can't.
Yes.
So Max's back is turned during this entire thing. And so he finally chose the setup. He gets to the hill, he starts setting up, he looks through the scope.
I wasn't even set up, Sneaky. you were mumbling something to yourself about elephants. And I'm like, what is he talking about? Turn around. And I just see this motherfucker riding an elephant into the base. RPG going off. Like,
RPG's going off. I trample 2 guys, run over a car, it explodes, shoot another guy with an RPG, and then it's just like, base completed, perfect stealth, no alarms, no alerts.
I started
that right there is why you're the best boss.
Well,
that's why you're the best boss.
That base was one of the open setups too, which is the only reason he was able to do that. Because if it had been one of the more complex layouts,
it was one of the only non-walled bases.
Yeah, and then there was another time we were going for another outpost. They got the alarm on. We cleared everything out. Helicopter coming in. Sneaky shoots the helicopter down, and I realize it's falling towards me, and I jump, and it turns out the modeling, the hitbox on the helicopter's accurate. I jump and slide. I slide through the open cargo bay, untouched on the other side. Like, they didn't have to model the hitbox that accurately, but
oh my god, it was such a moment though, because so Max and I realized that in Far Cry 4, the superior Far Cry game, you can have a special slot grenade launcher, a primary weapon grenade launcher, a secondary primary grenade launcher, and a sidearm grenade launcher. So we were like, okay.
Yes.
What if? Hear me out. And then we went up to this one base that a mountain overhang cliffside was on. And we were raining explosives down on this castle base. And I hear a chopper behind us, and I go, oh shit! And I have nothing besides my grenade pistol. So I whip around, shoot it blind hip-fired, kill the pilot in one shot, and then it's spitting out, coming towards us on fire. I'm like, oh fuck! I duck. Max jumps through the helicopter, and it goes tumbling over the edge, crashing into the base, and we're both just like, did that just fucking happen?
I think my personal favorite thing about Far Cry 4 is it has far and away the best possible alternate ending for the main character.
Oh yeah, you just go dump the ashes.
Oh, it's the best alternate ending of any video game I played.
Yeah, 100%.
You dump the ashes, and you find out your dad is super rich and owns a country and really likes you.
Also, he's making you the ruler, and he's giving up and surrendering.
Sneaky. I'm remembering another part about Far Cry 4 that I had us in stitches for like 20 minutes.
The fucking rope hang.
The single seat helicopter that you could fly with me on, but you had to grapple to the bottom.
Yeah, you had to.
Out, the physics were wonky.
No, Max, you could hang off the side of it without the grapple, but then I found out you could grapple onto the bottom as well, and we were using that to.
No, there was one that was single seat only.
Right, you're right.
Sure, and we found out, rather, Sneaky found out the hard way. The helicopter can descend faster than the physics can catch up. So I accidentally pureed Sneaky by lowering really fast to dodge a rocket.
Yeah, we were basically because you couldn't land the helicopter without crashing it on. This is how we found out about the grappling. Is that you couldn't land the helicopter without crashing it on all of the climbable collectibles, so like all the radio towers and outpost points and shit. And so I was like, what if we just what if you just lowered me onto the top of the radio tower with the helicopter? And it worked, which was, again, 10 out of 10 gameplay. That is the best way to circumvent anything in the game. That is so good. Oh, climbing challenge? Oh, if you got a buddy, they can just fly you in and you can lower on by grapple. But Max decided he was going to go really fast this time to see how fast he could go. I don't know. And we're going, but like I'm not going fast down, but I hear the helicopter getting closer. And I look up and
oh no.
It was oh Sneaky. I forgot the second part of that because that was a full respawn for us that first incident.
Yeah.
Sneaky hitting the blades took out the
caused
the
damage to the blades.
HP.
Yeah.
So I had to eject, and this is also how I learned that apparently there's collision on the parachutes.
And all of the trees, branches have collision as well that are accurately modeled.
Yeah, so I'm flying down, I'll just land right under that tree. And next thing I know, my character gets launched like a swing at 40 miles an hour. No parachute now.
He needs like a 5-minute break. He's currently dying.
God, he is dying.
You don't understand. I had a third-person perspective of this, and I just see Max sailing down, and then suddenly he decides he's gonna do a fucking 360 and rocket into the ground like a goddamn pile driver. Like, he's just
Far Cry 4 might be the most fun I've ever had with anyone. It is such a magical game. They never replicated it with 5.
Oh god, no.
Everything went downhill with 6. But 4 will always hold a special place in my heart for being 1, the least buggy experience I've had, and 2, the best multiplayer experience. For the Far Cry games.
It was the dumbest.
Which was the one that was unintentionally based, and they were stop enjoying it. We're making fun of you.
That was 5.
That was 5.
That was 5.
Gameplay was garbage, but it was pretty funny.
Gameplay was the same as 4 on 5, wasn't it?
The side quests were the best part of Far Cry 5. I've got a lot of issues with Far Cry 5's story and the way it's told, where they attempted non-linear, which kind of didn't help their case. And
well, just remember the heat-seeking, God-fearing dart.
Yes.
Right.
The dart that gets you
both
even if
Max
you're flying
and
above
I.
The world.
Max and I were doing the game, the main campaign separately, and both of us were in a situation where we were flying in a helicopter, and suddenly our character's like, "Ugh," and they reach up to their neck and then they fall unconscious, and it's just like, are you really shitting me? You're telling me that I, hundreds of feet above the ground, got shot with a fucking blow dart?
Yep. I've
yes,
got
exactly.
it playing repeatedly.
Inside a helicopter, which is an enclosed space.
It's also
underwater.
It's also really telling that Sneaky and I had the exact same idea for how to get to that area. Because if it happened to us, it had to have happened to thousands of other players who are like, why? Narratively,
it happened twice.
Narratively, that game really sucks because the big twist at the end is like, oh, but it was hinted at through the radio. And I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, first off, I didn't keep it on that radio station. The specific radio station that they're like, oh, it was.
It's worse than you think.
That radio station had some of the worst music to listen to while you were driving. And number 2, the best vehicle for getting around was the helicopter and the ATVs, which didn't have radios. Also, fast travel. So once I got to certain points in the game, I was like, I'm not going to drive all the way there because the vehicle stuff in this game is about equal to Far Cry 4, which means it's not fun if you're not flying.
Yeah.
And I don't have Sneaky here to shoot the shit with me as we go driving down the road, hoping we don't run into Cheeseburger's cousin.
Yeah.
because the bears in that game were terrifying.
Yeah, and it was just
Yeah.
it was not great. Yeah, it was definitely not great, and how they set it up was terrible. And the whole plot itself was just we're completely out of touch. And then they did all these DLCs, and the worst part about the DLCs is that you didn't get anything out of them unless you beat them. And so, like, with the DLCs, they would add, like, 10 weapons that are DLC only. And if you beat the DLC, one of those weapons was unlocked in the normal game.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I only played the base game, and I don't think I
Yep.
ever back at it.
And no, don't get me
There
wrong,
was the
like
Alien
the DLC, actually fun. Don't get me wrong, like it was actually fun. I had a good time. Except like then after the Alien DLC, I thought that was like just like a one-off thing, like a sort of like a Blood Dragon
the zombie
situation.
DLC.
Yep, and they were all separate DLCs, and they all only unlocked one of the weapons, and you couldn't unlock any of the others, and you couldn't select which one you wanted unlocked. It was only one of the weapons. And it was just like, it's not fucking worth it. It's repetitive. The story is bad. Then they tried to live service it at one point.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And this was before New Dawn. They've tried to live service Far Cry 5.
Yeah, that was.
They tried to give you that whole you can buy materials to make this go faster. And at the same time, they turned down how many materials you collect in the world.
No, that's New Dawn. If you can get New Dawn for $5, just get like go to Cheat Happens and download their engine there, and just trainer yourself all the materials. It's actually a really fun game when you don't have to do any of the mechanics.
That does not speak well of that game.
Well, hey, look.
What about
they wanted to nickel and dime me, so I talked about this before when I beat it, but they set up a system in where you would only get like you got bonus resources if friends came with you. So they tried to live service a friend slop game. It was like $20 for 3 upgrades worth of resources at the end game.
Damn, that's crazy.
Well, they had been doing that shit with Assassin's Creed for a while now.
And not with, really. No. You're thinking of Assassin's Creed's purchase system for bonus XP and bonus money and bonus loot dropping and sets.
No. There's a purchase system for just materials that started in
yes, but it's different. So no, it started in Odyssey. Well, actually Origin, but yeah.
What Black Flag?
No.
I remember it being in Black Flag.
They did not sell it in Black Flag. Are you fucking high?
Wasn't it Black Flag? It was
there was a microtransaction.
No, Black Flag
in the multiplayer mode for unlocking certain weapons early. Like
they also had a
poison darts at level 1. Yeah, that's hilarious, and it pissed Trio off so much because he could never find me because I would just the throw animation on the poison dart was so vile in multiplayer.
Yeah,
because it's almost undetectable. Especially if the person is smart enough to stay within crowds of NPCs.
Yeah.
Also, it also kept the same animation as the poison blade, which is I just tapped you with my finger, now you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah, it was broken.
Hey, everybody.
Hell broken.
Yeah, poison dart was not balanced for that game.
But I did like the very cute app tie-in they had, where the captured ships you had would go to your Black Flag app, and then you could form fleets with the captured ships and go get more resources. I thought that was cute.
I loved that app so much. It was so fun to just, like, I haven't played Black Flag all week, but I've been keeping up on my contracts.
Yeah.
And I could just go and be like, oh, great. I can just refill my materials like 20 times over because I just played the funny ship charter game on my tablet.
And so yes, it wasn't as bad, but in it wasn't even as bad in Odyssey or Origins. And I never played Valhalla because I tried to play Valhalla and I couldn't. It was bad. I couldn't even get out of the tutorial area. I was like, holy shit, this sucks.
I mean, I stopped with Origins because I recognized that was not the combat system for me, and something about Origins felt very like, I don't know what this is, but I get the feeling this is the last good storytelling game AC's gonna have for
It
a
kind of
while.
was. It kind of actually was. Like, it did actually have a decent story going. But what the real problem is everything that happened after Origins inside of Origins. So after Origins, you played the campaign, they tried to add a whole bunch of seasonal FOMO content to the game.
Ew.
And like it was bad FOMO content. Not bad content, bad FOMO content. Like it was content where if you didn't play for like 4 hours every single day to do every single daily, and the dailies were kind of obnoxious sometimes. If you didn't play every single day and do every single daily every single day during the entirety of the 3-week event, you didn't get the set at the end.
I'm not playing dailies in my
and the set was crazy
$60 in my $60 AAA single player game.
But
yeah, no, fuck that.
You could just buy the set for $30.
Ah, there it is.
You know,
there was a raid boss for every single god. Like I said, it was FOMO content, and they made a FOMO content raid for every single Egyptian god. And the Egyptian god sets were broken as fuck. Were hilariously broken.
Well, I thought Origins DLC stuff was like permanent though. Like,
nope. So there was DLC content, but there was also seasonal FOMO stuff that they got rid of if you didn't get it.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's such. If I was the modeler for that stuff, I'd be so fucking mad.
Uh-huh.
I would be so mad about that.
That's why the Hades armor set was paid. Yep. They started doing that in Origin. In Odyssey, you could fight the Greek gods and get the Greek god armors, and it was basically the same thing, same scenario. But I think by the time of Odyssey, I think there was a lot of complaints about the FOMO of the armor sets. So when you failed to get the armor set from the FOMO content, they would at least keep the armor set on the store for a mere $20 or $25 or something.
Okay. I didn't know that they made unique armor sets based off the gods for Odyssey, and I'm gonna be honest.
And Origin.
This feels like, hey guys, we had a crossover with God of War, and
it feels like Diablo slop.
Yes, exactly. They did it in Valhalla too.
Yep.
You can actually buy some of those for Valhalla.
Yes. It was really bad because like they tried to dress it up as, oh, you're also getting bonus credits. But yeah, no, all of the bought armor.
Why is the Dionysus set?
Sure, it goes hard, Aura, but the problem is that it's a fucking Assassin's game. Your armor shouldn't be on fucking fire. You shouldn't be riding a flaming horse. It's an Assassin's game.
Like I said, this feels like the armor that a special mini boss would have in a God of War crossover with Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
Like, oh, who are you guys? Oh, we're previous leaders of the Order.
The demigods.
Gods.
Yeah.
Like, that's what that design looks like.
Well, they had that Predator crossover in Oh, what was that fucking game? Tom Clancy's whatever the fuck.
Those Wildlands.
Latest.
Oh God,
was it Wildlands or was it the one that? No, it was the one.
So
Wildlands.
They're both called
like
Wildlands. So they're both called Wildlands. The sequel is called Wildlands Breakpoint.
Okay, the first one.
Was there a Predator
you
crossover
could
in
get
the first one?
Yes.
Oh,
there was a Predator crossover, and you could
and Terminator
there was a
crossover.
Snake one.
And
in the first one?
Was there Terminator?
Yes.
Yeah, in the first one.
It looks like it.
I don't
you
remember
could get
that.
the Predator armor.
There was a Predator one. There
Predator was fucking hard to
Splinter
kill.
Cell.
Okay.
There's a Splinter Cell crossover.
Huh.
Wildlands had Predator and Breakpoint had Terminator.
Ah, okay.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'll give him
Yeah,
this.
I never played Breakpoint.
Predator could work in Ghost Recon.
It could totally, yeah.
Because Predator's absolutely set. Predator's first movie is a perfect setup. For a Ghost Recon crossover.
Yeah, sure.
I would love. No, here's the thing. I would love to see Predator versus Navy SEALs. That would be such a fucking cool movie.
Yes.
You know, I would.
So
be
Predator
fine.
1.
I would be totally
No,
fine.
Predator 1 wasn't Navy SEALs. It was fucking just Army boys in Vietnam, wasn't it?
I thought it was just. Wasn't it just mercenaries?
I thought it was SEALs or something like that. Or McPhee SOG or somebody.
There's no way it was SOG. Was it SOG?
I thought it was McPhee SOG.
Paramilitary Rescue Team.
Ah, okay. It was some special group.
Yeah, but they weren't the special group that you call in because you have no other choice aside from a nuke.
Yeah.
I'd actually like to do one like that, and it's like the Predator gets out with heavy injuries, and the SEAL team survives with maybe only 2 members missing.
Yeah.
And the stinger scene is just the Predator excitedly talking about how the humans finally got good.
You're right.
and they're gearing up like, all right, boys, hunting expedition, let's go.
I mean, the other way you could roll Predator versus SEALs is to have someone interrupt it in the middle, whether that's Alien or just another group like Spetsnaz show up or something. I don't fucking know. You could set it up as like a downed Predator aircraft, and so like every world special forces show up or something.
Yes.
And it's just a giant battle royale. You know, Spetsnaz versus SEAL versus Mossad versus,
You know what? That might be fun, and just have a scene where the Predator's just watching all this like, I gotta call in backup. This isn't what we signed up for. I gotta
Holy
call
shit.
the boys.
Should we do something about this?
But there's a lot of ways you could roll that. But anyway, point being is that I will admit, Wildlands got me to pay actual real money to unlock the musket.
Why?
I couldn't resist.
They put oh, that's right. You were talking to me about how much you enjoyed the musket because for some reason it was more accurate than an actual sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Oh God, it didn't have the bullet shot mechanic, did it?
No, it didn't.
That would be why.
You also didn't have a scope. But yeah, if you could just eyeball that shit, I was just like, all right, bang.
I will say they added that bullet drop bullshit later because when I first played it, those things were dead on. It had exactly the drop you'd expect it to have. And then they went, they're killing our guys from halfway across the map where they can't engage.
That was why I stopped playing. That's why I stopped playing Wildlands. Is they got really nerf happy in that they were just going around nerfing every gun. You couldn't shoot more than fucking 70 meters away from you with any gun without the bullet drop being horrendous. It was so fucking bad. It pissed me off so much. Because it was just like, yeah, here's a sniper rifle. Now go make a 200-yard shot. And it's like, okay, I try to make a shot. And the bullet drop is like so crazy. I miss by several dozen feet, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
Why?
because they didn't
Why
change
are
the
you having
case
me
to
play a
match it.
sniper game where I can't snipe things?
Because fuck you, that's why. But it was
Oh,
only
darn
yours that
you.
got nerfed.
Oh yeah, no, AI bullets were
Your
perfectly accurate
teammates'
still.
shot worked just fine.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the enemies worked just fine. It's only yours.
Just your bullets, yep.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry though, Sneaky. We'll always have the sniper games.
Oh no, those are bad.
Those are bad?
Those are bad. The Sniper Elite games, yeah. I was looking at the last big sale that came out for them. I was looking up the sniper games, and I was like,
no, I don't mean the newer ones. I mean, we'll always have the good ones, like 3 and 4.
Yeah,
and
that's
Zombie
true.
Army Trilogy.
Well, Zombie Army Trilogy 2. Because 3 and 4 kind of got bad.
Okay. 1 was a good start. 2 definitely perfected the formula for it. 3 was fun. We both decided not to buy 4 after trying it on the Game Pass.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really bad. The new Sniper Elite games are just god awful. Did you know, apparently, according to Sniper Elite, that when Germans are alert, they are actually impervious to bullets?
The fuck you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're impervious to bullets. I'm surprised you didn't know about this.
Yeah, it's why the Germans were winning World War II.
We lost that war.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the dumbest mechanics ever. They're like, oh, you have like a MP40 and a fucking 1911. It's like, yeah, but you can't use anything besides a sniper rifle, because if you fail at any point in time to one-shot a German in the head with your sniper rifle, every other German becomes instantly impervious to bullets, including headshots.
No, they can't.
Yeah.
Which version of that? Sniper what?
That was 5, Sniper Elite 5.
Yeah, that sounds like Sniper Elite 5.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, 4 and 5 for Sniper Elite are just fucking terrible. They nickeled and dimed a whole bunch of maps. In Sniper Elite 5, they reused like 90% of the maps in 5 are just 4's maps again. It's like, so what the fuck am I paying for?
So what you're telling
me the old stuff.
So what you're telling me is that 3 was the pinnacle of the Sniper Elite games.
Apparently, yeah. It's crazy how they just ruin series after series, and it's like I'm just blown away how it's possible.
It's funny because all they would need to focus on after 3 would have literally just been enemy placement for levels and maybe improving your sidearms. Because aiming sidearms sucked so much. Because the sniper play itself was great.
Yeah.
Oh, increasing bullet time occurrences as well. Letting us bump that to crazy amounts is also a good idea. More X-ray cams, please.
Yeah, no, I mean it is pretty crazy, let me tell you. It is pretty crazy how bad the newer ones are. It's just, I was reading some of the reviews, and I was just like, there's no way this is true, and I looked up gameplay and I was like, holy shit. This is fucking awful.
Oh no, it was true. Yeah, sounds about right.
I'm glad I got them on a massive sale. There was no point in even getting them. Even if I got paid to play them, I probably wouldn't.
Definitely
well, depending on how
play
much
2
money.
and 3.
like play 2 and 3. They're good.
Yeah.
If you could find some people to hang in the Zombie Army trilogy with you, I'd say go for it.
Also 2 and 3.
1 and 2. Yeah, well, you know, like I said, first one was a pretty good introduction because they were still running off of Sniper Elite 2, I think.
Yeah.
For the first Zombie Army.
It's not terrible, but it is very clunky because they tried making zombies while also using the engine of Sniper Elite 2, which was about headshots from targets that don't know you're there. But the zombies always know you're there. So, yeah.
It happens.
But yeah, so when you go to the Warcraft section, guys, for fan fiction, right? Just do a little thought experiment with me here. You go into the Warcraft section. You're looking for a new Warcraft fic because you like Warcraft, right?
Right.
As one does.
Are you looking to read Mortar Chip Flipper in Blood Brothers? Mortar Chip Flipper is the picture of Goblin success, but is he actually just another puppet on the string for his mother? How far should he go to protect his twin? And when the blood in his hands includes that of his own brothers, is he really worth saving? A drama crime story. That's
literally who?
Warcraft, right?
No.
No?
No.
You didn't come to the Warcraft section to read a drama crime story about two goblins?
Listen, this sounds like somebody's original story that they just, painted in Warcraft colors because
oh,
they
no, it's
wanted
worse
to.
than that.
Oh, it's worse.
Yeah, it's worse than that because what it likely is in actuality, it's probably someone's headcanon for him and his brother playing Warcraft, and it's his headcanon for his character in the game.
No.
Yeah, search inside yourself, sign. You know it to be true.
I know it to be true. That doesn't mean I like it. Damn it.
Age 9. He was supposed to be looking after him. Panic gripped Mortar's chest as young Goblin ran through jungles of Stranglethorn searching desperately for his twin. I don't think this is AI. Well, if it is AI, then the author did a decent job of covering up the typical AI signs. But it is also only 1,000 words long.
Well, that's a good point.
But, yeah, I just,
I feel like something like that should be a comedy as an original story.
Yeah. If it was a comedy, honestly, if it was a comedy in Warcraft, I would probably read it. If I'm just looking for something to piss the time away. This is a comedy of goblins and it's a comedy of errors in the Warcraft universe. I'd be like, all right, fine. But if you're really gonna sit here and be like, oh, this is the gritty story of two goblin brothers in Stranglethorn Val, as they go through life and kill people that their mama said to, and are they really worth saving?
No, they're goblins. They get what they fucking deserve.
I mean, Warcraft goblins are a little bit different from the typical D&D goblin, but I mean, I don't disagree with you.
See, anything that has war in the title and has goblins in it, that's not really the goblin you want to be dealing with on a normal basis.
I mean, I would much rather deal with Warcraft goblins than D&D goblins. sort of.
That's
true.
Counterpoint, Sneaky. They wouldn't see you as a friend. They would see you as, we can put this guy in a weird contraption. If it blows up, it'll be funny.
I mean, that really depends on the situation. I could also be an employer.
That's also gnomes.
Yeah, that's also
gnomes. That's also gnomes.
Drop kick gnomes, push gnomes into fire, kick gnomes through the stratosphere.
Is that
heat gnomes.
dwarf propaganda I hear?
It's not dwarf propaganda. It's correct. It's correct usage of gnomes.
It's correct opinions.
There are
official...
no incorrect opinions. There are no incorrect opinions in the dwarf hold. Fuck you.
Official distribution of information on how to use your gnome.
And how to use your gnome. Step 1. You see an elf in the distance. What do? Do you A, throw your gnome at the problem, B, have your gnome invent a better cannon to kill the elf, or C, kill the elf yourself, you fucking wuzzock?
C, obviously.
Yes, obviously. Let's see what else we got here. We got the Adept's Secret. Wait, is this the crossover section? No, this is the base Warcraft section. This is I want to deal with Goblin Slayer goblins just to feel the thrill of fantasy genocide. You know what? That's fair enough.
Justified fantasy genocide.
I know what I said.
I mean, the fucking goblins.
The word there.
The goblins
I think I did.
They're basically just fucking Skaven without all the technology.
No.
Yes.
Goblin Slayer goblins are not Skaven. They are D&D goblins mixed with hentai goblins.
Yes.
Little. That's true, yeah.
I mean, hentai goblins are already D&D goblins, Sneaky.
Yes, but in D&D, goblins reproduce with goblins. In hentai, they do not reproduce with goblins.
No,
do not come at me. Do not come at
me.
The Sneaky has read a lot of
half goblin is a thing. You are correct. Half goblin, meaning the amount of goblin going on is halved by the act, not multiplied.
I'm gonna head out. Good night.
Fair.
Gonna go gobble some dick.
He's goblin, all right.
He's goblin. Clara Elmsworth, a young adept with a haunted past, is entrusted with a secret by her dying mother, struggling with her racial hatred of elves.
Is she a dwarf?
She's human. She teams up with Aralelor, the elven hunter, and ventures into the Nexus to get a cure for the Scourge. I'm sorry, it's a cure for a Scourge? What? Who is the Mind Goblin? Indeed.
Wait, isn't the Scourge that that
the
undead
global
plague
pandemic?
That is literally uncurable?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's fucked. The one that didn't it originate in the north near.
They also uncover a prophecy. Yes, North End. Yes. One which was not happen. Yeah. So we get a prophecy that you're going to try and stop. I don't think you can stop prophecy. I don't think that's how prophecies work. Usually trying to stop prophecies just make the prophecy happen. That's kind of the point of prophecies.
It's called self-fulfilling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to stop it just makes it
Clara
happen.
then has to confront the dilemma rooted in her mother's secret. I'm going to take a wild stab, and that her mother's secret is that she's a half-elf, and she fucked an elf.
Her mother's...
That's why...
Her mother... Yes, her mother's secret is that she fucked a lot of elves, okay?
Yeah.
And her daughter there is 1/4 elf. Well, that's why she hates elves.
Indeed. Yeah, this is not the Warcraft section I remember. This is not the section filled with violence and storytelling that I remember. Now it's just fantasy, romance, angst, drama.
So you're saying it matches with World of Warcraft as it currently stands?
Modern Warcraft, yeah, it definitely does match Modern Warcraft, yeah. After witnessing Stormwind being consumed by the Blight on orders of Sylvanas, with countless lives being taken away, she literally blighted your city, and you're like, oh man, tens of people died.
I'm sorry, tens?
What? Tens. Yeah, that
tens.
picture. Yeah, that picture is really, it hurts. Yeah.
What the actual fuck am I looking at?
You're looking at Warcraft circa 2023.
Why did I come back to
So, here's the thing, right? Neither of these are fan art.
No, you're lying. That one on the right is fan art, clearly.
No, the one on the right is actual promotional material that Blizzard themselves put out to promote the new snapshot function in the game that allows you to take pictures.
No. There's no way. There's no way.
And get rewards for doing so.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Actual official Blizzard promo art. Both of them. So the one on the right came from the Warcraft 2 game manual. So the one on the left came from the Warcraft 2 game manual. And the one on the right came from official art posted to their Twitter in 2023. Now, they deleted the tweet because people shit all over them for it. And they're like, oh, why? People don't like this. Why do people not like this? So I will also take this moment to shit all over the Dragon expansion pack. The Dragon expansion pack. You would think dragons would be in the Dragon expansion pack, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's no dragons in the expansion pack of Dragons.
What do you mean?
So the villain is a dragon.
Uh-huh.
But they don't spend time as a dragon. They turn into a elemental-styled humanoid.
Huh?
Who looks like a hag.
Huh?
An ugly hag.
Oh, so not the...
No.
Okay.
An ugly one. She's the first villain. Yep. And, yeah, you fight her as not a dragon.
Do you become a dragon?
You do not become a dragon either. Now, if you want to be...
Is this the one that gave you access to the dragon race?
Yes, if you
race.
technically dragons, asterisk. If you consider a twink to be a bodybuilder, then these are dragons. Yes. Yeah, they were not dragons. All of their abilities were cool. Don't get me wrong. Their class was cool. I liked the whole idea of charging up spells to do more with the spell. That was cool. It was too fucking complex though. I was too many fucking buttons. I had 3 action bars of abilities. It was too much. And the worst part is it wasn't just like, oh, well, you just have to know a couple of these abilities. No, all of them were on like 30-second to 3-minute cooldowns. So you had to use your entire ability list at the right time, at the right moment, combo chaining different abilities like, oh, this ability roots them in the ground. And then if you use the root them in the ground ability at the same time as your flying ability, and then you use the breath ability at the same time as your flying ability, then you do a front face diving breath attack onto the grounded enemies, and then the grounded enemies explode. And then if you chain that with the invocation ability, then you invoke the explosion again. And then if you follow that up with the heal ability, then you heal for double the healing because it turns the explosion in the other direction towards you to heal you. And then if you take your healing damage, then you can turn that into normal damage using this other ability on a 4-minute cooldown.
What?
That sounds like somebody's SIOC they wanted everybody else to love.
That's just a fucking Diablo character. What the fuck?
Yes.
I was explaining the dragon twinks from the World of Warcraft expansion.
Mechanics.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, it was bad.
World of Warcraft expansion?
Yeah, World of Warcraft expansion where they added dragons as a playable race, and then you play as a twink
that was
instead.
Dragonflight, right?
Yeah.
They had
the dragon scalies,
class,
yes.
which had nothing to do with Invoker from Dota.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sucked. I tried playing it, and it was too fucking complex for me. It was too many fucking buttons.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no to that. I played 14, but like...
Well, just use the add-on that simplifies all that, Sneaky.
WoW could use some complexity, I feel. I tried to play, like, Blood DK, and damn, that shit was boring.
I don't know. I had fun at Blood DK. That shit was great. All I had to hit was, like, 4 different buttons.
Yeah, but you're used to WoW, right? Like...
Yeah.
I come from a game where, like, your rotation is 35 fucking buttons. So
well, see, that was the problem, right? That, like, I'm not playing WoW to have these, like, mega mind combo rotations, and that's what they tried to do with the Invoker in the Dragon expansion. Is they're like, oh, we want to get the 14 players, and it was just too much for me, and it was obnoxious. And the problem is that when you have a class where you press 3 buttons and you win, and then you have a class where you have to cycle through 35 buttons, and they both deal DPS, then you have a situation where you either have to buff the class with 35 buttons to the point where people can play it normally from normal retards playing it. Because what ended up happening in the raids was that no one wanted an Invoker in the raid, because if they just took like a mage, then they would have a lot more stable DPS consistently. And then people found out that if you did take Invokers, you one-shot bosses because the Invoker abilities stacked on each other multiplicatively.
Yeah, because I remember watching the world race for that fucking big tree boss and that dragon.
Yeah,
and there were a lot of Invokers in there. That's why I'm like, oh, what
the new meta until they patched it out, which took a really long time somehow. I don't know why it took so long for them to nerf the Invoker. Could it be because the developers are playing them?
Could it be because they wanted everybody to play with the new shiny tool before they knocked them into the ground?
But it was absurd because the Invokers stacked multiplicatively, and it got to the point where like the new meta was just 20 Invokers.
That's right.
And it was just like, this is stupid. Yeah, it was like, this is just stupid.
Yeah, that's the devs.
It was so fucking dumb. But like the problem was, right, like a bad mage does 7k DPS, a good mage does 14k DPS, an average mage does 10k DPS. And so most mages were average, you got 10k DPS. A bad Invoker does 1k DPS. A good Invoker does 135k DPS. And I'm not exaggerating those numbers.
That's a big fucking number.
It was a big fucking difference.
Hey, they brought back old WoW numbers.
It was an absurd
they bring
level
those
of
back
difference.
all the time, right?
And so it was basically like getting an invoker in your party was such a fucking crapshoot because either they were going to be retarded and they would sink your party, or they were going to be the god player and they were going to make the game so fucking easy that you almost don't even want to play it anymore.
So it's like Ninja in 14 basically. Same concept. The only problem is 14 actively discourages you from doubling in on any role because you get a benefit if everybody plays a different class. It's like 1% DPS more for every single one and limit break builds faster. But Ninja was kind of like that. It had a thing called Trick Attack, which would give you 10% buff during your burst for everybody. The problem is if you had 4 ninjas, you can have 4 buffs.
Right.
At the same time.
Which completely negated the multiple class debuff. Right.
Yeah, because every class will give you 1% extra.
Yeah.
One ninja gave you more than
it was just really bad. It was like 25% extra damage, and then each instance multiplied off each other. And so like the end result of having 20 invokers in your raid was like times 1,000,000% damage.
So you were killing everything before it even really spawned in.
Yeah, it was so
raids
stupid.
in like WoW are also like more people, right? It's like 20 people from whatever.
Yeah, it's 20 people. Yeah. Then the big ones were supposed to be 40, but like the problem became is that there was an add-on for all of the retards. And the add-on would tell them how to play the raid. And so instead of yeah, it's called Weak Wars. It was so bad. Yeah, it was so bad because like instead of them making the raid with that in mind, so like in Final Fantasy, like the boss tells you where they're gonna attack and you just don't stand there. In WoW, it doesn't do. It tells you with this add-on where it's going to attack, and the problem with that is if you didn't have the add-on, then you didn't know where the boss was going to attack because they started designing these bosses with the idea that everyone was going to use this add-on.
Never do that. Never fucking take third-party tools into account while making a fucking game, dude. That is like 101.
Well, you know, because the original problem was in Shadowlands, the one before this, they tried to fight the add-on without disabling it. Of course, they didn't. Because they always had the ability to disable it at any time, but they didn't want to do that because that would degrade the experience for other players. So they tried to fight the add-on by making things harder for the add-on to diagnose. But what this had the side effect of doing was making it impossible for normal players to understand what was going on.
I see.
So it randomized the mechanics and stuff.
No, not randomize the mechanics. The mechanics just had no tells anymore.
That is dog water.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well then, if you can't tell the boss is going to swing in this direction, you're going to just eat that attack, Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you die because it was a one-shot attack.
We have certain plugins like that in 14. The only problem is that they're so complex to make that by the time you have those plugins, the world race is over.
Yeah. And that was the other problem is that due to the PTR and it being open access and then putting all of the fucking content on the PTR, the weak aura guys were going on the PTR, getting the boss mechanics off of the API, and then designing the boss mechanics for their mod, and then charging people $100 a month to have access to day one boss mechanics.
Yeah, I remember like the world first groups in WoW used to have dedicated people just for plugins, right?
Yeah, because the plugin authors would all charge like super crap tons of money. Yeah.
No, like I'm talking about somebody on tap. Like this motherfucker is getting paid by the.
Oh yeah. They would have the weak aura. Yeah, they would have a weak aura dev on tap to let them know and adjust things.
One of those, and I was like, "You're fucking with me, right?"
Nope, 100% real. Yep.
Like for just the fucking world race, these guys were earning upwards of like $20,000. What the fuck?
Yep. Yep. And well, they were earning shit tons of money from people paying them subscription fees to their add-on so they could get better, more detailed instructions for boss fights because they were so bad at the boss fights that they couldn't comprehend simple things like don't stand in the fucking fire.
Why couldn't they just get good? Learn the dance.
See, that's what I said. So they actually did this really cool thing, and I actually really appreciate it. I'm being unironic here. Blizzard actually did this really cool thing. I forget what expansion they did this in originally. I think it was like might have been Legion, where they just put the information into the game. Like there was this thing called the Survival Handbook, and if you opened it up, it would give you a map of the dungeon before you entered the dungeon. It would tell you where the bosses are. It would tell you the bosses. It would tell you the bosses' mechanics. It would give you a simple guide generally on how to beat each mechanic. So it wouldn't tell you exactly where to go and what to do, but it would be like, if you've been hit by this boss ability, which is signified by you shooting lightning out your ass, then you should get away from anyone else also shooting lightning out their ass. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. That's easy.
It's almost like that's how it should be.
And I remember one time I was running a dungeon and we died on the boss, and I was like, what the fuck was that? Why did you do that? That was so stupid. Why'd you just run into that acid pile? And they're like, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a power-up. I was like, what do you mean you thought it was a power-up? They're like, oh, my weak auras is broken right now. I've been trying to update it. I'm like, just read the survival handbook. They're like, oh, it has too many words in it. I shit you not, that was their actual answer. It has too many words in it.
Hang on, they couldn't look at the screen and go, that's green and wet looking. No. Maybe I should not stand in that.
Nope.
Listen, man.
That looks like fire. Nope. Maybe I shouldn't stand in it.
No, bro, don't stand in the fire has been a mantra since WoW came out.
Yeah. It's basically the fucking, like, you want to be good at a fucking MMO, just avoid the orange. Just avoid the fucking things on the ground. That's literally 90% of it.
Yeah.
And, like, I will tell you, at 14, we don't have that kind of guidebook thing. But the way we progress in fights in 14 is the moment a new phase begins, we're not actually fighting the boss. We're looking for whatever debuffs or buffs come up. And, like, when you kind of mouse over them,
but also at the same time, so, like, 14 also does this crazy thing in where they give you a checkpoint to spawn back to fight the boss again.
They don't.
Yeah.
We don't get that anymore.
You don't get that? Well, you guys used
to. So it depends, right? Like, our raids are not like your raids where, like, it's multiple bosses, like, in a go. We will have, like, our raid tier will be, like, 4 bosses, and boss 2 will have a checkpoint, but the second phase will be a completely separate fight, which you have to beat the first fight for.
But
it's ultimates that, like, our main raids, which are 20 minutes of just one encounter.
Right, yeah.
No checkpoints.
Well, no, I mean, when I say checkpoint, I mean respawn checkpoint, so when you die.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's at the beginning of the fight, so...
but I mean, you respawn at the fight, though, is my point is in WoW, you don't do that in WoW.
Yeah,
you respawn back at the city.
Oh, that, I mean, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we can chain pull. We can fucking chain pull. That's already a given. Because all our abilities, cooldowns, and items also get refreshed the moment we die.
Yeah, no, none of that happens. In fact, the cooldowns persist after death. So if you have to... I remember a boss in Battle for Azeroth.
It used to be like that in 14. It used to be like that in 14.
I remember a boss in Battle for Azeroth that we wiped on, and we had to wait 30 minutes between each attempt on the boss. Because of all of the various buffs, debuffs,
you
potions.
Have buffs and shit too.
Yeah, all of these various buffs and debuffs that we needed for this boss. Because the thing is that you have to initially use all of these mechanics and buffs to beat the boss to get the gear. And once you have the gear gets you to a level where you don't need as many buffs anymore. And then once you get the farther on boss's gear, then you don't need the buffs for the first boss anymore. And you can save the buffs for the last boss. And then once you get to the last boss's gear, you don't need the buffs for the second boss.
Yeah,
but
14, like we get full fucking cooldowns back.
Yeah, no, nothing would come off cooldown, nothing at all. And it was at least every time you wiped, without even counting the waiting for cooldowns, even if all of your stuff came off cooldown immediately, if you wiped, it was a good 10-15 minute walk just to get back to the raid.
Oh, that is dog shit, dude.
Every time you
I
wiped.
thought it would.
Like once we got used to like in 14, like early on, there's gaps between.
Oh, there
like,
is a
fights.
teleport stone, but someone needs to be at the teleport stone in the first place to teleport people, which means someone needs to get there. Yeah.
Oh, is that why like certain teams will like res somebody right before the fight ends, so like that guy resurrects afterwards to do that? Because I was watching a couple like your first groups and like they had like one guy just like left behind.
It is a strategy to battle res someone right as they're about to wipe, so they can bring everyone back. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I've seen that happen, and I was like, oh, that's why they're doing it now. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
But in 14, like the way we progress, basically like the early pulls, we're taking like 10-minute breaks between pulls where we're discussing all the mechanics. But like after we reach a point where like that discussion is made, we're just chain pulling. Like there are multiple like workforce, especially like there are fights where like we wipe in the first minute because our openers didn't crit enough, because we know our gear is not strong enough at that point to actually clear the fight if we didn't crit, and that's just because we can start again instantly right after that.
Yeah, no, we can't do that.
Like,
basically every single boss fight is a total all-in scenario.
Yeah. Like once we're in the instance, we are getting the full 90 minutes of it, or the 120 minutes based on the instance timer.
Yeah, and so like, that's what I'm saying, like the weak auras and all this shit, and they just started making boss fights with weak auras in mind, and then that got it even worse, and because people didn't want to buy weak auras and people didn't want to pay for it, and they're like, oh, well, we don't want to make boss fights too easy for the 3% of people who are hyper good at the game, and it's just like, you guys are fucking retarded, and you don't understand how to run a game, you don't understand how to run lore, like... The reason why we're talking about Warcraft in the first place is we're talking about all the fucking Warcraft fan fiction here, and it's all lame shit.
Don't you write
Huh?
Don't you write Warcraft fan fiction?
Yeah, it's all shit. All this shit is shit. That's why we wrote it in the first place, is because the fucking section was garbage.
Man, I just write now because it makes me like pocket money.
I mean, that's fair enough. But like, yeah, the original idea was like, we were just like, there is no good Warcraft fan fiction. We're gonna write ours.
Smart idea.
But it is so bad. It's all romance, a romance story about racism and your mom sleeping around and lying to your father about who your dad is. An angst story, about the plague. An angst story about being a goblin and your brother is stupid. A friendship story between Illidan and Malfurion. A comedy adventure of Illidan and the Twisting Nether.
Wow, that sounds
just a romance story about the Black Temple. And a female self-insert catching Illidan's eye.
Who's Illidan again?
Why do the female self-insert stories have such high readership? Because, like, fucking for Jujutsu Kaisen, like, half the fucking OC stories are just, oh, this girl who's not at all remarkable, but also super remarkable, is reincarnated into Gojo's family. Yeah. Mister, you're not prepared.
Bad boy, gotcha.
Yeah, Illidan did nothing wrong, and neither did Arthas.
I mean, all Arthas did was remove some minorities, the unclean ones. He's fine, man. He's fine in my books.
They are unclean.
He also gave us the most baller fucking ending to a raid ever.
True.
Because, like, back when I didn't have a PC, and, like, fucking didn't have dial-up, but like early broadband, right? Like just watching like people do that fight was like legitimately beautiful. Like I remember that fucking clear video with fucking Transformers music on it. Holy shit, dude! Like,
yeah, the Lich King fight was so cool and so apocryphal that they put the cinematic for it in the center of Dalaran, so if anyone wanted to rewatch it, they could just go to the city and rewatch the cinematic. That's how important the cinematic was.
Like, the thing is that the cinematic is really cool, but like the actual action with like that guy kind of coming out of the ice and like doing that stupid like jump and breaking fucking Frostborn, in the heat of the moment, that shit looks like peak cinema, bro. I'm not even.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah. No, 100%. That's what old Warcraft
and then
was all
giving
about.
a DPS check. Holy shit.
Yeah. It was good shit. I had a fun time. That was a great expansion. Probably the last expansion I ever really had fun in. Fun because of the expansion, to be clear. I had plenty of fun because of friends in further further expansion. Yeah, I came back for Legion. But I only had fun in Legion because I came back at the end of Legion when it was the best version of Legion, and I also came back specifically because I was playing with a bunch of friends again.
It's like, there's a WoW thing I've noticed, and there's also a Destiny thing. Like, after the expansion is gone, like 4, 5, 6 years after it, people will suddenly start to look at it fondly because the shit that came out later was so abysmal. It made it look.
No. See, the thing with Legion is that early Legion, everyone that says Legion was good, if you really question them on it, they'll be like, yeah, early Legion was dog shit.
I'm not even talking about Legion. I'm talking about Pandaria.
No one looks back on Pandaria fondly.
Like, I was in like a group of like people who played a lot of WoW, and like I recently found them reminiscing about how Pandaria was like it was better than what they really like remember it being, and I'm just like.
So what they're remembering is they are disassociating from all the disappointment of Pandaria and the months of zero content. And they're remembering the power fantasy of Pandaria, which I will give. Pandaria's did have the highest power fantasy WoW ever had. So it was fun.
Well, yeah, when you could just buy a level 70 character.
Oh, no. The power fantasy in Pandaria was that every class could do everything, so you didn't have to wait for a warlock to CC someone. Everyone had CCs. Everyone had DPS. Everyone had heals. Everyone had tanks. Everyone had stuns. And so everyone, no matter.
Still Horde dominated, by the way?
No, it's all Alliance slop now.
Oh shit.
Ugh.
It's because all the
Horde
Alliance
is awful too.
No, Horde. No, when I say it's all Alliance slop, is back in the day, the Horde was this bloodthirsty group of people, and that's how they were depicted in the lore. And whenever the Horde was right about something, it wasn't, huzzah, we're right about it. It's, damn it, the Horde was right about it. We must soldier on and defeat the enemy. But nowadays, it's all just remember family, remember friends, we are all in this together, unity, power, go, team, alliance, horde, we are friendsist. It's all Alliance slop, and that's what Alliance was back in the day, and that's why like all of the kids played Alliance back in the day, and why all of the adults and teens played Horde, is that the kids were in it for the power of friendship, and all of the adults were in it for the violence.
This reminds me.
I'll be honest, I played Alliance because the Horde characters were fucking ugly.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, yeah, the Gooners played Alliance as well, so we just kind of put them in the child section because they have the. Like I said, the Gooners went in the child section. The Gooners went in the child section.
Of course they fucking did. But yeah, like recently my friend actually joined like Blizzard as like a fucking lead designer. And the horror stories he tells me about that fucking studio internally is wild.
Oh no, it was awful. It like the one of the original designers for Warcraft lore. Well, yes, but no, one of the original designers for Warcraft lore ended up leaving because this is relevant to fanfiction. So there was another longtime member of Blizzard that slowly worked his way up the ranks by just dint of being there for a long time. And he eventually... Furry Gooners played on the Horde? No. There was no furries on the Horde until way later. Okay, well, Tauren, yes, Tauren are the I guess furries, but like.
Yeah,
they're the ugly like stepchild of the.
They weren't. Yeah, they weren't hot furries. They were very much the crowd of Morning Glory milking farm. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
and then they went to the Drane when the Drane dropped.
Yeah, all of the furry gooners immediately flocked to the Alliance once the Draenei dropped. And all of the humanoid gooners immediately flocked to the Horde when the Blood Elves dropped.
For the Blood Elves, yep.
Yeah. Fucking life years.
But no, the Horde didn't get its numerous furry races until later on.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what the lead designer told me. He basically said that like while like doing like a scenario thing, right?
Yeah.
They actually had like just to do this, they said they had given the ownership to a junior designer. Now the junior designer had done a good job, but the moment it was showcased in a PR to like upper management and like the like higher up designer and content writers especially,
the upper management would take advantage.
No, the upper management didn't care because, well, they're all fucking management people. They're all MBA people. All they care about is like fucking metrics. They were happy with it. The fucking upper design was okay with it too. The content writers threw such a fucking shitstorm that they basically had to rework the entire thing from scratch. There is no studio other than Blizzard over just like the fucking narrative. And like the way the junior designer does it, like the way every designer does it, is they give the content designers a certain amount of like prompting, aka like this will happen here, this will happen here when they're creating a scenario, right? It's all the document.
Right, yeah.
And the content writer has to make the story around that, so that the game designs don't get compromised by the narrative.
Right.
The problem is these content design people have got so much power, and this is specifically like
they basically formed a cartel inside the company.
Yeah. And like, I'll tell you this like funny thing. So Take-Two was almost at the same place like fucking like 3 years ago. But what they did was they very sneakily folded content design into design. So if you were a content designer, you either upskilled yourself and became a game designer, or you were fired.
Yeah,
which
led
to
that.
A lot of the content people leaving, which is why like you look at Take-Two and like Mafia, the whole country, shit like that, and like the fucking. There's none of that shit in there.
Yeah, again, this all comes down to fucking bean counters being bean counters, counting beans again, being like, well, why do we have these people here? Why can't they do 2 jobs? It's like, because they're not good at the second job.
Everybody who upskilled. No, this was like a proper decision to get rid of the power block that the content creator, the content team had, like, created.
But like that's the thing though, right? Is that some people are only good at writing stories and really good at writing stories, but it's because they had to basically union break because people were getting stupid.
Thing, right? Any content designer worth their salt is also a very good game designer. Like, it's not even a fucking joke, dude. Like, they literally, like, let's say if you have a content designer still
it really depends on what you say when you mean game designer. If like, you mean
front-end experience, you don't have to the thing is, the moment like they kind of roll these guys into game design, they knew we'd have specialties, right? Like my specialty is systems and live ops, right? But I am still in technical terms a game designer, so like the content people who are actually good basically learned a little bit of what front-end work looks like how it'll actually be like kind of presented, how the user experience
I was gonna see what you mean.
They added that as a side skill because it already comes into like the whole storytelling aspect, right? The ones who were in the power block literally rebelled. They were like, oh, we don't want to learn the second skill. Because it's not like they just like wanted them to learn the second skill on the side. They were like, hey, we'll like, pair you up with a designer who has a similar style to you, and you can learn from him over the course of the next 6 months. We won't even give you that much work. We'll give you the chance to upskill yourself. And your payment will reflect that. The moment you become a GD...
Okay, that's an important part. If they're paying you more, I would be like, all right, that's completely fair,
Yeah, like if you come from a senior content designer, you start as a lead GD. You get an upward trajectory.
I know. No.
Yeah.
All right, so... someone who's worked a corporate job, if I came to this job to do IT, right? And you tell me, hey, we need you to upskill to learn how to run this machine too. And we're not even going to ask you to do it much, but we may ask you to step in. You're telling me to do 2 jobs. I'm not going to fucking do it.
No. I see where he's coming from. It's not. That's a poor example. It'd be more like if you come in as IT and your purpose is to provide network, usernames, passwords, make sure servers are connected to each other, computers are talking to the domains and all that. And then they're like, hey, so we also need you to be cybersecurity and make sure that our website is properly secured. It's a diagonal. It is a diagonal.
It's a diagonal.
And yes, it might not be what you signed on for. Yes, and yes, it may not be what you signed on for, but it is just a diagonal, and it is the same way for content designers and game designers, and where they're still doing content design, they're just also implementing it now.
Yeah, not just that. It's also like it also comes with like complete like you enter a different pay stratum, and it also helps you in the future because game designers are much easier to kind of like get jobs in other places as compared to content specialists. Because they know that content can be outsourced, and especially with AI coming in, holy shit, dude, content's getting outsourced.
Well, I mean, a lot of content's being outsourced, as we can see.
Yeah.
But no, that's what I was saying, though, right?
Dog shit.
Is the reason why Chris, whatever the fuck his name is, it originally left Blizzard is and you can tell when he left Blizzard is he left Blizzard before Battle for Azeroth, I think it was, because the other guy was a massive simp for Sylvanas, right?
Oh, is this the guy who wrote the OC?
Yes, this is the guy who took over a character who was literally a non-character. Like, yes, he had a name technically, but his entire existence in the story so far was that you did one quest for him where you helped him bury his parents in the Plaguelands, and that's it. But the guy who was a massive simp for Sylvanas, I think his name was like David A. something or Chris Alonji, whatever. I don't give a shit about either of them enough to fucking remember their names. Anyway, so we'll call him Nigel. Nigel was a massive simp, and he put himself into the game, took over this character that had no relevance to anything, commissioned a whole book canonical to the Warcraft lore to be written, then used that book to retroactively justify Nigel being an important character in the lore, and then used the fact that he chased out the original lead content developer, because previously what he did was that it was him and Chris who had to agree on a content direction whenever they were making progress on the Warcraft lore and story and game.
Yeah.
And every single time Chris would propose something, he would get into an hour-long shouting match with Chris over it. Just no matter what it was, he would just get into a shouting match with Chris over it. Didn't matter if he cared or not. It's just because Chris wanted to do it, he would intentionally just drag out everything.
Why?
So he could chase Chris out. So only because it was a co-content lead at the moment. So he couldn't implement any of his changes because all of his changes was self-insert OC simp shit for Sylvanas. And Chris was like, no, we're not putting that in there. That has no relevance to the lore. What the fuck are you trying to do, dude? This is garbage. What the fuck are you doing? No, we have to focus on this storyline. No, we have to focus on these characters. And so he just threw massive shit fits every single time Chris tried to push something. And so Chris just left the fucking company. Because he complained, and they're like, well, you're both senior developers. You just need to learn how to get along. That was the response he got from upper management. And, like, it was causing massive issues in the office because if you agreed... And all of the old heads would agree with Chris, but the old heads were massively outnumbered by the new heads and the diversity and inclusion heads. And basically, Nigel told the diversity and inclusion heads that he would just let them put their shit into the game too if they backed him. And so all of the old heads got pushed out slowly over time because they wouldn't bend to the new shit. And
that's the wildest thing with like Activision and Blizzard specifically. Like half of these like fucking fucking Good Baby Inc. or what the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
Sweet Baby.
Yeah, the same thing. Fucking whatever. Yeah, like
Yeah,
they're mostly funded by specifically Activision and Ubisoft. Sorry, and those two companies fucking hired like 10 of these fun consulting firms just to have like the best DEI score ever.
Yep.
At the cost of their entire fucking game catalog.
Yep. It's crazy. It's insane. But yeah, so that's why Blizzard ended up coming out with things like the diversity and inclusion tool that they used internally to make sure that the character they were introducing was the most diverse person possible.
Yep.
Right.
Diversity metrics, man. Fucking.
Well, it makes your character handicapped and so
and
on.
black, Muslim, gay, trans, disabled. Yeah.
I love. So I love that like there's an inherent thing here where like being like any other ethnicity other than white is equivalent to being disabled.
Yeah, that was another thing that they found out from the tool is being disabled was worth the same amount of points as being non-white.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you looked at and it was so stereotypical because if you actually looked at the population of the people who were developers at Blizzard, it was just a bunch of fucking white liberals. Yeah.
Yep.
And it was just like, if you want to be so diverse, then why don't you try hiring not white women? And it's like, well, if we did that, then, you know, the place would be unsafe. It's like, that's interesting.
And
curious
of course, there's the old saw about how is it?
Don't say anything that's gonna get you banned on Twitch. Sign.
Don't do it, son. You have a career.
I'm not saying something that'll get me banned. It's
Yeah.
No one's more racist than a white
liberal.
Left or
yeah.
Liberals. Yeah. They're more racist.
Meme,
not
right?
trying.
No,
to be
I did save that meme.
Trying.
Yeah. Where was it?
Like the fucking like the female goes like, of course I'm not a racist. The entire friend group is just fucking white women. The guy goes like, hell yeah, I'm a racist. Entire friend group is literally like nobody's of the same ethnicity.
Diverse.
Yeah. Oh, it's here somewhere. It's got to be here. I've recently linked it to both Max and
there was a video about that.
Well, of course, there's dozens of videos about it, obviously.
No. It was one of those little comedy short videos.
Okay, let me just server mute you real quick. Sign. Are we still streaming?
Yeah, we're still we're talking about how World of Warcraft got ruined by one dude's obsessive need to simp-fill Sylvanas and put his self-insert fanfiction into canon.
Mm-hmm. So how did
what do you mean Cinder's streaming again?
Politics?
Yeah, like she wrote 1,000 fucking page thing. Man.
I know she said she was going to. I just thought she wouldn't do it.
No, she fucking did it.
Did she make her boobs bigger?
Yes, she did make her boobs bigger.
I am like 100% certain she made her boobs bigger.
Yes, she did.
No, just remember, she's on that business grind set.
I know. The reason why politics got involved is because Nigel, the Sylvanas simp, used progressive politics to force out all of the senior developers who disagreed with him putting his self-insert OC into the canon. And he got them fired intentionally
by historical stuff about how this happened.
Either pressuring them or harassing them or bringing it up to HR that they were doing inappropriate things like sharing drinks at work and stuff like that.
Breathing too hard.
Yeah.
Sharing drinks. Like I have been fucking sent to HR twice just because I'm slightly muscular at this point. Like
and it offended someone. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking told you about that one, right? You fucking hell, dude.
What?
Yeah, it was one of the interns or something, a temp they were like testing out, and she got mad that he was fit, and she was like, he's making me feel unsafe in the office environment because he's fat shaming me by being fit.
Like, so I've been bodybuilding for six years, right? My thing is, I like to wear compression tees. It's like the most comfortable thing ever. And because at this point at work, I don't give a shit about propriety. Like, as in, like, nobody cares. Like, everybody shows up in t-shirts and fucking shorts, anyways. So I wear like that fucking compression tee, and I wear a pair of joggers, right? Now the thing is, I don't look like the general associate GM, right? I look like a junior game designer, maybe like an associate game designer, right? So I was in this like PR meeting with an intern on the other side who was basically also part of the meeting. Neither of us were the main person here. I was just there to like, this person was there to shadow a designer. I was there to just approve shit, right? Now, the entire fucking meeting, this like fucking blue-haired, chunky fucking like septum pierced ass bitch is looking at me, and I'm like, why is she looking at me? Right? Didn't think much of it until I get a message from HR later in the day. And I wish I was fucking making this up, but this bitch literally reported me for fat shaming because I was wearing a compression tee and was fat.
Yeah. I believe
and
it.
it was later that she realized that I'm her boss's boss.
Well, that wasn't very body positive of her.
Right.
So she got fired, right?
She eventually got fired.
Yeah, she completed her internship and then we kicked her.
But let's see. Can we find a single tolerable Warcraft story?
No.
Okay, so female author simp. Once hailed as a.
It is worth pointing out it is 10:30.
Yeah, I know, but you know it's. Yeah, it's bad. I know. Wow, that's. A Zandalari troll teaches a blood elf woman she's not as prim as she thinks she is. I can't imagine what happens in that story.
I'm sure that one is 100% safe for work.
Yeah, I'm sure that's totally fine to click on, guys.
My first WoW character was a Zandalari fucking troll named Me Jamaica. He's a good boy. He's some kind of mage.
It's just... God, this is all just so bad. This is just female self... Wow, this person really just writes Troll Ravishes Elvish Maidens fics. That's all he publishes.
No. Is this like the fucking BBC version of fucking WoW? What the fuck?
Yeah, this is literally a BBC WoW.
Oh, no.
Zandalari troll humiliates Elvish woman. Zandalari bodyguard sexes Elvish maiden. Zandalari troll wipes blood elf lord.
Sneaky. I need you to pick up one of them and see if the fucking Zandalari goes bomboclat at any point of time, please.
Well, here you go. I won't be doing that, but here you go if you want to do that yourself. A blood elf is tempted by a Zandalari merchant. A troll charm sways an elf.
This is literally just Bro's character he's writing about. It has to be.
Lozak offers directions to an elf at the call. No, this is a different Zandalari troll abusing a different blood elf female in every story.
It is. Oh my god! I open it. It's literally exactly a fucking.
Yeah.
Like he even talks that way.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all.
No.
Bro,
no.
Blood elf female distracted by captain's object while on an island expedition.
Oh, Jesus.
Blood elf female realizes how easy it is to be a slut.
What the Are you not even hiding it now?
Troll has big welcome gift for tight elven visitor.
Jesus.
Blood elf rocks the boat with troll. Battlegrounds are the last place you want to have sex.
Cleansing
an arena team is easy when you have sex. Misfortunes occur in this story. There's lots of sex. Warning, lots of sex. Demon sex.
Hate it.
Yeah,
Blood Elf
this is,
takes advantage of downtime with Troll. Man, he used to have custom profile pictures for his porn, and then he just went back to his normal profile.
Listen here, motherfucker. A Blood Elf would never lower herself to do anything with a troll. Anyone outside of
these
Blood
stories
Elf,
beg to differ.
because canonically,
these stories beg to differ. If you read these stories here, they say otherwise.
No, canonically, Blood Elves are like the second most racist group in WoW, behind which one?
Trolls.
Behind the dwarves.
No, Night Elves are the most racist, and then Blood Elves.
I'm sorry.
And then Trolls, and then Dwarves.
No, you got your
no,
Trolls and your Dwarves mixed up there.
I do not have. You do not
it's
realize
Night
how
Elves, then
racist.
Blood Elves.
You do not. Yeah, I said that.
Then
I said Night
Dwarves.
Elves are the most racist, then Blood Elves, then Trolls,
You said then
Trolls. Dwarves. Trolls are more racist than Dwarves in Warcraft.
Oh.
Thirsty Thief
racism.
gets down with a fugitive in the swamp.
Oh, so it's a goblin. Gotcha.
Yeah, goblin something. Blood Elf female personally welcomes vacationer. Troll allows Blood Elf to try out his goods. Orc allows Blood Elf to try out his goods. We're diverging. We're changing it up here. Night Elf gets what she wants from Draenei.
Oh shit!
Night Elf gets what she wants from Tauren with questionable results.
Yes,
I have never written anything for World of Warcraft.
Are you sure this isn't just an alt account for you?
I'm sure.
Blood Elf gets it on with Troll. Blood Elf gets it on with Troll in his prime. Warning, sex ahead. Tusks. BBC.
There we go.
Wow.
Stein would definitely write this for $500.
Man, can you imagine being so dedicated to writing? This guy wrote 25 stories in 5 years, and they're all 1K word snippets of just sex, where the Blood Elf has sex with a troll. That's it.
Disgusting.
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 Disgusting. Fucking hell, dude! Like,
Blood Elves belong to humans, don't you know?
Yeah, that's the Warcraft section. What's the happened?
There's one group that there's one group that keeps like getting people banned on FFnet, right?
Oh, Writers United, Readers United.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, this one report this person to him.
True. Man, I wish they still did that.
United? They still do that, right?
No, I don't think they do anymore. It comes and goes.
I think they do, but the mods just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, whenever I hear of people being banned off FFN, my response is almost always good. You deserved it. I don't even know what you did, and you probably deserved it. Like, the amount of shit you have to do to even possibly get banned off FFN. Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, I still remember the first time I fucking went to like read like a Dark Souls fanfic, and like about 3,000 words in, there was fucking happening, and I'm like, oh, how is this on the website? How is this rated T for teen?
Oh yeah, you probably read Why Can't I Take the Ring?
Oh, that one too. Like, that one went porn later though.
Yeah, there's also.
Why does that sound familiar?
Because it was one of the biggest Dark Souls stories ever to come out on the website. And it totally stole our thunder because we also came out around the same time they did, except they went the porn route and we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And they got weird. They had like giantess fetish stuff, giant feet fetish, armpit fetish.
Well, I mean, Melania or whatever her fucking name is
Oh yeah,
She's
they
a
had
big old girl, all right.
spin-offs. I keep forgetting.
The Dragon Girl, yes.
No, the
they had
goddess.
they had a shrinking fetish.
Bruh, like, don't even get me started, man.
It was it got weird. That story got really weird, and they started forcing their fetishes into every chapter, and it just got really weird. Yeah. Anyway, so I think we can wrap up here. We made fun of Chin Lamp. We looked at the Warcraft section. We regretted looking at the Warcraft section. I think we can solidly say that we did everything we came here to do. Which was not read the Warcraft section, even though that's what we should have done. And I even got Atin to forget about his reward for winning bingo, so that's a double win.
What does Atin get?
I'll remind him later.
He got the if you win bingo, you get to select the category next time around to give everyone.
Gift?
Yes, because when you win bingo, the stream ends. Instead of ending whatever.
That's an actual fucking reward, I guess.
Yeah, it shortens the stream. That's a huge reward for a lot of people.
Right?
You assume somebody's watching. Like, who's watching right now? Everybody's in here.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's what it is. You know, it is what it is. But anyway, like I said, Friday, there will be another stream because, of course, as always,